Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. With a sunrise spark, fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand Rising people. It's another beautiful day in my neighborhood. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Any day that you wake up positive, wake up, that is a blessing. You wake up with shelter over your head, it's a blessing. You wake up with clothes on your back, food available to you to eat. It's a blessing. Sometimes we have abundant of blessings. We need to be a blessing to other people. Is that how we bring our good vibrations up and our chakras up and all that stuff? By being positive, thinking positive, and trying to help other folks. That's what I'm about. I don't know about y'all, but I just want to say, if you about something positive and about something, get something on your mind, bam, let it be shades of blue. by AM morning. Yes, this book is like that. And I'm telling y'all, anybody that read this book, you will enjoy it. You will see and you will learn. And I don't know, you may even apply some of this stuff. Never thought this being a teaching book, but I was told that the stories in here mirror some people's lives. You know, they was like, oh, I remember back in the day, da da da, and that happened, and something along the nature, the same kind of stuff that Blue be getting into. Other people get into the same shenanigans. So it's a relatable piece of literature. Like I said, it got ups and downs and highs and lows, and let's get something good on your mind. But what I will also encourage you to get the Molly Moss Sea Moss. Yes, sea moss. That also helps your mind. Believe it or not, they were saying that sea moss helps with your cognitive skills, with your mind lining up stuff. You know, just working it. And we need that, especially as we get older and older and older. So that's supposed to be a beneficial help. I always say supposed to be because I'm not a doctor. All I know is what I do and what I take and how stuff makes my body feel and the stuff that I go through. And then I know when I go back to the doctor, he's saying that this is good, this is good, this is good. And he think I'm taking all of this medicine that he's giving me, but I'm actually doing holistic healing, sea moss and other herbs and everything, trying to get healed without the chemicals. Because I'm scared to take medicine now because I don't know what's going to be and what. Somebody might get mad and want to come over here and lace my medicine that we trading with or something. Because right now, America's not everybody's friend right now. And I'm just like, okay, I want natural healing stuff anyway, because it comes from the earth. It's natural. So sea moss, definitely. So y'all contact my boy Molly Mall and he could hook it up. Y'all ain't got to eat no nasty sea moss. His sea moss isn't nasty. It's not except for that purple sea moss. Then that's hard. But he could make lemonades and teas and stuff like that. And like I said, smoothies. And it's getting ready to get hot. And the ices for the kids. What? You eating? You're getting goodness, and it's good for you. Don't take my word for it, because I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what works for me and my clan and what we do. So yeah, y'all look it up, check it out, check with your doctor, make sure you can take the sea moss and try it. What do you have to lose? Nothing. What do you have to gain? Your life and your health. And we all know health is wealth. This is Tall Tale Thursdays, where we're going to get into some of these conversations and everything and all that good stuff. I want to say good morning to everybody out there that's looking and watching. And good morning to my panel. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, folks. How everybody doing?
What's up? Good morning.
Molly, Trey, JoJo, baby.
JoJo, baby.
JoJo, baby.
Baby.
What's up with everybody? I'm stepping off for just 1 second. I'm still on. Just ain't gonna respond until you see my meat back on.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
They zapped him out of here. He ain't even gone.
So how's everybody evening?
Morning.
Well, I mean, how was your evening?
I mean,
I was
it's all right.
Yeah,
it was good. I am tired than a mug. Okay, can y'all say tired? Can y'all say 5 hours of sleep? No, I didn't get enough rest and stuff. That's because I was up late last night with LA Josh Preston and his podcast and his shenanigans. But it was a great time. Had a great time on the show, like we always do. And hopefully Jordan B Jordan will pop in for us today. He said, I'm coming on the Morning Mac show. I'm like, okay. And Josh said, no, he not. So
is that the one talking about real estate? Who was that? Jordan B. Who was that?
a comedian up
the one on there yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
He probably somewhere sleeping it off. That's good. They had fire shows down there. He was out there cutting up. But other than that, and I did manage to watch the news story about the 6 people got injured. 3 was fatally wounded, and 3 other people are in the hospital. They was beefing, fighting the kids, young kids, and I'm not sure what it was about, but on the news they showed two boys walking with long guns, and then something happened, and then turned around and ran, and they put that acting like that they in Beirut or something somewhere for real, like Chirac for real,
Mm.
and they shot up their neighborhood, and I'm just like, and this one lady was standing there crying. She said if she was home, they would have hit her because all her window in her kitchen shot out with guns. Like
Mm.
it's and gun violence. And this was down in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Oh,
They said it's a nice neighborhood. Everybody think their neighborhood is a nice neighborhood, right? We all
shit, it
No,
is.
it's
Shit,
good
shit.
until it's
We
it
know
not.
it's bad.
shit,
You know
it
it's
is
bad
good.
around here. You know it's terrible in our neighborhood. We still love it though.
Yeah,
I ain't got
I'm gonna love
big
wherever I'm at,
respect.
regardless of the conditions. If you gotta live there, but at the
Yeah,
moment it's good. I'm gonna claim it while it's still good,
Yeah,
until
and
it's not.
it's not
yeah.
the neighborhood.
It's
Let's
the
face it,
people.
it's certain people.
It's the,
It's
I mean,
certain,
it's the people. It was never the neighborhood. That's just a house that's stated. The building ain't got no emotion. That's the people in it. So I don't even do that bad neighborhood. I do bad people. I don't say bad neighborhood.
But you see it earlier. You heard about it on the news. Them same
Yes.
things happen where I'm at. Shit, I ain't hear nothing about it on the news. They gotta literally die here. But it be so many shootouts every day. Kids getting shot in the leg, the ear, the arm. And they be right back outside. You don't hear nothing about it on the news. You just see
wow.
more police presence. So they do bring more police around after certain shootings for about 3, 4 days. And then they get to shooting again once
What's
they,
up, child? What's up, Josh? I see y'all
so
comments.
difference from
First
that early
people in there.
stuff. Stuff must don't really happen that much down there. It must be really a good neighborhood for them to make that news. Hey, that's just
Yeah.
another day.
I,
Yeah.
I think it made the news because there was actually a gang fight. If that's a gang beef, and you shoot up the neighborhood. That should make the news anyway, and then probably because 3 people got killed. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow,
It's three
6 people
people.
were
Hmm.
shot. I mean, they call it a mass shooting. I'm like, jeez. And then the other one was the mass stabbing when the guy, he must have been high off that boot, and he went around stabbing people, stabbed 6 people, then he started stabbing himself. Oh, and that was, I think it was in
That was
North.
probably water. I don't think that was no boot. That was water, probably. Bath salts, or he was smoking water.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
no. That wasn't no. That wasn't no nothing else. That was water or bath salt.
Chemicals that make y'all lose it like that.
Yeah,
Wow.
smoking them dippers.
And that reality, I can see getting high, but when you lose your mind, that's something else. That ain't even getting high
Shit,
no
I was
more.
sitting around the niggas that was smoking dippers yesterday. That
The
ain't nothing new.
dipper. The dipper.
Yeah, the
You
dipper, the dipper.
it don't make them chill out, right? They go erratic, right? Psychotic.
It depends. If it's some crunch, then they'll be, they might be tripping out. But if it's just regular daggler, then they'll be high or just stuck. But
What is crunch?
crunches just mean
Mm-hmm.
that it's good.
Oh,
Crunches mean that it's like when we say weed is fire. Crunch means it's
Crunch and
good.
munch.
Yeah, it just
okay.
means it's good.
So they get a crunch dipper, then they
Nah, they don't call it no crunch dipper. The dipper is crunch because it's good. Like the PCP or dipper being good is they call it crunch. It's like if I say my weed is fire, you ain't gonna say But anyway, yeah, crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crunch means that it's supposed to be good and give them the effect that they want.
and that should be a feel good effect. Not going around stabbing up people. It's that's I guess it goes on your mind. It's you and your mind state, how your mind is. So
Yeah.
if a person has that violence in their mind, they just gonna act it out. So if the person is chill and
I
relaxed,
mean, well, they get burnt out after a while. So just because you smoke the first one, don't mean like you're gonna be tripping out. But people that be smoking them usually smoke plenty of them, so it'll pile up after a while, and it'll just be like it'll start clouding your brain.
wow.
Like, yeah. So these niggas be out here. Off the dipper.
You gotta try it for yourself one time,
And
Riri.
just see
Oh
what it
no,
hit on.
no, thank you.
Just see
No,
what it hit
thank
on. You ain't gotta do it. Try it once.
Look, we
nope.
ask and don't judge.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't
We
need it.
ask and don't judge.
I don't need it. I don't. It's not a turn on for me to even want to try it. I like the smell of weed because I get a contact. Yeah. Can you get a
Bitches be
contact
sucking
from
dick,
the
but
other stuff?
if you were in a tense, don't be in a smoking circle. I wouldn't suggest it. But you wouldn't get no contact to the point where you would like be high like them or nothing at all.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
might feel a little weird or
Okay, yes, yes.
tell you a little off because you breathing in something that but you just separate yourself. And the people around there like got enough respect to not smoke it around you. Like they'll go to another table. Like if they know you don't do it, they won't
Uh-huh.
like try to offer it to you, put it in your face or blow it in your face and nothing be funny. So
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Okay. That's cool with that. Molly Mall. I got a video. Molly. I came from Molly, and it really spoke to me and our current situation, especially dealing with our youth. I wish for this video, I wish Phil and Rick was on to see exactly some of the stuff. This is what we're talking about when we're trying to reach out to the youth.
Yeah.
What you say, Trey? You like,
Yeah, just play the video.
all right. Let's see.
Nothing gonna turn out. No idea at all. Okay, I had to tell them that I pick y'all up. Okay? I had to tell them I pick y'all up, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. But I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing the second I told y'all don't tell me nothing. Didn't I tell you that? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, baby. So I'm so sorry you got to go through what you're going through. But if God help you out of this, please get yourself together, baby. And it's going to take a miracle. It's going to take a miracle that we don't have. You can turn me loose now. You can sit back down because I don't know what's going to happen, baby. I don't know what's going to happen. Your grandma don't know. Ain't nothing we can do to help you now. It's all over now. I know. It's a hard pill to swallow. My brother, no, nobody. That's why when you have your precious time, it should be precious time. I didn't get to get yet. Well, Andre, you have to mind your company that you keep. And I always tell you that to mind your company that you keep. You don't even have no business over there. You don't know nobody over there. We never took you over there a day in your life to go play with nobody and talk with nobody or nothing other than to go over there and play football. You was trying to play football. And all of them attitudes and all of that other stuff. You just can't do it, baby. Then you ain't want to listen to us. We couldn't say nothing to you. Nothing at all. So now it's too late. Could you give me a hug, baby? Come on. I'm sorry you got to go through this. But all you had to do was listen to your parents. Okay? Okay? I don't know how things gonna turn out for you. I ain't got no idea how nothing gonna turn out. No idea at all. Okay, I had to tell them that I pick y'all up. Okay? I had to tell them I pick y'all up, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. But I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing the second I told y'all don't tell me nothing.
Oh, that, watching that, it's like I felt bad for the guy, but those consequences and repercussions of your actions, everything we do as adults, children, human, consequences and repercussions. And sometimes we act with emotions when we should be thinking. And a lot of times we don't think, we just do. I just feel Ooh, I don't. That was my child. I don't even know what I would do. I'm probably crying just like the grandmother is. And it's what do y'all think? What you know?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to really. I don't know what to really say. Maybe Molly got something to say. I don't know what to really say. You know, it's unfortunate. I don't want it to happen, but I don't really. Somebody else add something to it. I don't
What
really
he
know what to
what
say.
he do? What he do? I saw the grandma. So what was he charged with?
Yeah, I don't know that
Yeah, I
part.
don't know. They don't know too much detail, but basically off the video we seen, these kids not listening. She's saying we gave you all the opportunity in the world, you refused to listen to us. And now these the consequences. You don't even hang with them boys. Learn how to keep certain company. We was telling you not to hang out with them. I was just bringing that video to show that it do be parents out here that look out and care for their kids and try to
Oh
make
yeah.
sure they do right. And these kids still go out here and do what they want to do. And
Oh
it
yeah.
could be possible that his father wasn't present. But at the same time, some of these kids be having everything that a lot of kids don't have. And these kids that don't have still go out here find a way to make it happen, still find a way to get grades. And the kids who have everything got to worry about shoes and what they're going to eat, and they got a roof for that they good. These the ones want to act out, I
Yeah.
think he one of them kids. I could be wrong, but based off what his grandmother telling him, you didn't want to listen to us. He crying now, she hugging him. You could tell now he want to be a kid again. But at one point when they was telling, she said, you ain't want to listen. So he wanted to be an adult, and you got a lot of kids out here that got good parents, good grandparents that just refuse to listen. And I think that's the problem. They around certain kids that influence that not listen and they do different things that you ain't raised them to do. So it's just like we can do everything we can in the household, which is great, but it's still we got to worry about what they doing on the outside. You can't just let your kid go out there freely and hang out with Tom, Dick, and Harry because at the end of the day, you never know what they're getting into. So it's good to know your kids' friends. Even if you don't like them, invite them over. Get to know them, get to know their parents. But nowadays, parents don't know who their kids hanging with. They just happy they out the house and they can get a break for a while. And then when things happen like this, it's too late. But, that's what I got from the video. I ain't got no extra details on what he went charged for, none of this and that of that. Just based off the clip, I just want to hear people's opinion. You need more details on it, just skip it.
No, you don't need no more details. I don't think. I get what you're saying. I mean, but that's every generation. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing new. That's what it is. I mean, I didn't take advantage of the good words and opportunities and everything I had either. You know what I mean? Like I was in a good position. I just chose to run the streets. And that was where my excitement was, and that's where I felt good at. And that's just the thought pattern we get stuck in sometimes. I mean, thank goodness that I was able to survive and get out of not get out of everything, but I'm not in forever. I'm here. I'm out.
You
know
still
what
alive,
I mean?
yeah. You still got
What
shit
it,
you can
what it,
do. Yeah.
what it sounds like in that situation, Shorty might not be coming home no more. You know what I'm saying? Something might have. It sounds like for a minute
She
there.
sounded like she didn't even believe that he was coming out soon, like whatever happened.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, man, that's nothing. That's been always going on. It's just that these times the things in life just changed more. You know what I mean? Like there's more access to pistols, drugs, and violence than there was back then, even though it was still there. It's just a lot more access to it than it was back in the day. So everything grow. So it just grew some more, That's
Good morning, Beast.
Good morning, Reese. How you doing? JoJo, baby, Trey Money, my man Molly. How everybody doing today?
What up,
I'm
beast?
feeling good this morning. It's a good morning.
Good.
I'm good.
I missed the video, so I'm just coming in on, what y'all saying.
You want me to
my camera on? My face would be a reflection of my answer.
Oh, okay. It looked like dandelions.
Yeah,
Hey, did you see
yeah.
Jojo? Did you see the video in the chat? Because I was asking if what I had growing it was a dandelion. If that's what's growing on the upper deck, like a seed blew in or something like that, it seems like a couple of them joints are growing, which means I
I'm
could take that
sure.
shit inside and clone it. So later on, like look at the video and just say if it's a dandelion or not. Because if so, I can
Okay,
flip them joints.
okay. You got a picture of how small is it? How big is the picture? Because you know,
Well, actually, while we on the show, I can walk upstairs. So.
yeah, and also I was going to say, you know, you can take a picture of stuff and Google it. You know what I mean? In the
Oh yeah,
Google
yeah,
picture
yeah.
joint, and a lot of times it'll give you at least a few options of what it could be.
Yeah, to
Sometimes
identify.
when they real young, they hard to tell what it is. Sometimes, you know.
I'm already here. Well, I'm gonna show you as I'm walking up the joint because it's on the upper. That means it's controlled.
The,
That's
the
why I don't want nothing
video,
on the ground. But if it's up here and
the
controlled,
video
then I can
beat. I'm sorry. I heard you.
go
I know
ahead.
what you're doing. The video, Rodney, was just about a mother that went in and or a grandmother, excuse me, that went in and they didn't give details as far as like what he did and all that, but she was like, man, we was telling you, don't be out there. He had good guidance. They were sharing with him, they were talking with him, and he just ignored them. And now we pick it up as her saying like almost I told you so, and here you are in bookings crying your eyes out, and it don't look like he coming home no time soon, but we don't have details.
Look like a
Yeah.
dandelion to me.
Oh, where you at? I ain't even see it. Do it again. Yeah, that's a dandelion. Yeah, that's dandelion all day. You don't need no camera for that. I can identify that for. I don't know about that little teeny one down there, but that's a dandelion. Yeah. You clone it, nigga. Go outside and pull some dandelion root. And you grow them and blow some of them seeds and shit. You get some dandelion. That motherfuckers ain't hard to grow.
You muted, Trey. Well, Trey don't know he muted. You muted, Trey.
Oh my bad. I was saying that it's a whole bunch of little yellow ones scattered all over the place. None of them are like seeded though, where you can like blow the seeds all over the place.
Yeah, you
But
gotta
Yeah,
wait
it's
a
a bunch
little
of little
bit.
joints.
yeah. You gotta wait for that. Because right now, if you notice, when it get cold and dark and shit, they close up.
Yeah, they
And then
don't.
they'll
Yeah,
open back up when the sun come out. You know what I mean? That's how they keep their intelligence. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh,
They don't they don't pollinate and do all the things they're supposed to do at certain points in the weather when it's trickery. They just as smart as us. I mean, of course they
It's
ain't
a
creators,
it's a
but they
word for
do
that
have an
joint too.
intelligence.
They
Not
got a
just as
time
smart as
clock
us.
for
I
their
take that
own
back.
like. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, they on their own time clock, so everything have its own like little.
So to go back to the conversation, JoJo, you said that his grandmother don't think he getting out because he ran with the wrong people. Is that what
No,
I'm
but
getting
no,
out of it?
we picked it up. He's in lockup room.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a juvie, so they let his grandmother come in and talk to him, I guess, before they take him wherever they take him to. But she was in there, telling him, like, what is you doing around there? The only time you were supposed to be around there is when you was playing football, and you stopped doing that, and you doing this, and we were telling you, these guys ain't your friends. They're off the street. She was just saying, he had some guidance, but he still was making his choices, and now he called up crying and all up, upset, but nobody can save you after you gotta lay in your bed when you make it. And these youngins don't understand that. They think that their partners on the street gonna write them and come see them and be friends with them for life, but it's just association by environment. You know what I mean? It's not really, a lot of these dudes, they ain't got nobody else to mess with. So since they're in the same area, they mess with each other.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, and sometimes you gotta let. I mean, to be honest with you, like sometimes you gotta let your children go through it. I mean, if you warned them and you told them about it and they still chose to do it, sometimes you gotta let them go through it. You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
nothing
Like they
else you
got to
can
make it
do, right?
through to the other end. I'm still saddened. I've always told the story of my nephew on here and the things that happened with him. even with him, I paid for a lawyer, got him out, and now he's not going back to school, not going to school, not doing the stuff, going right back into the same And I told him, and I had to have that tough conversation with him where I told him, I was like, look, dog, don't call me. If you're not doing right, don't even call me. Don't even worry about it. Cause I want you, I want you when you ready for different. Right now, you're not ready for different. You ready to do whatever it is that you think that is the things that you want to do that you think is smart and this, that, and the other. I was like, at this point in time, you don't have any excuses because I've shown you the different options. You're
May I
choosing
intervene for 1 second
not to take.
while this is on my mind, Ronnie? I want to say this to you because this would be something real powerful. Damn, that fast.
I thought dandelions help with your mental, man. What's up?
Man, not after all them dippers and shit they was just talking
Might
about.
not want to take that shit down. I
saying?
might scrap that dandelion shit if it's doing that to him.
No, you need some Molly
Be worse than that if you had the dandelion.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. I'm fighting back. Shit.
But to go back to what I was saying, like, I told him, until he ready to do different, ain't nothing else I can do for him. And I was like, you 18 now, so I can't control anything you do.
Oh, I got it. I got it. See, I told you they work.
You forgot again.
Oh wow! Oh wow! We need to. Yeah, we're gonna have to check on you.
I'm stoned up too. Y'all got I wake and bake. I've been up for a while.
I mean, I'm high too, but I mean,
poor JoJo baby, you was up late last night too. So
yes, I was fucking with y'all. That was fun to eat. The chat room was funnier than the show. The show was funny, but the chat room was funnier.
We was more jumping than the jumping part.
Oh my goodness! Thank goodness for what's her name? She kept that motherfucker going. She was going. Here it is, Rodney. Here it is, Rodney.
Leave it alone.
Sell out.
You talking about all Catholic Aquarius?
Leave it alone.
All Catholic Aquarius?
Yeah. Let me come back to that. Let me get to this because I do remember the sellout, man. The sellout part. Ask him, is he a sellout? You know what I mean? And when he jumped bold, nigga, I ain't no sellout. Woo. But the niggas that are hustling in the hood. When I saw this, I was like, damn. Yup. They the first sellouts in the hood is the dudes that's on the streets hustling to their peoples. They the first sellouts. You know what I mean? So you selling out before you even get money and move out the hood and do whatever all the shit you gotta do. But yeah, man, these youngins, they don't know that they selling out before they even have a chance. They think they doing it, but really what you selling out, your whole community, your family, the the health of everything, having people on drugs. I did the same thing. I'm out there slinging. I wasn't thinking about that. If somebody would have said that to me, I might have actually thought about it. You know what I mean? Like, cause we were stand on, respecting everything. I ain't selling out. I ain't snitching. I ain't doing all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But then when somebody give you law, that if you standing out here on the corner selling this shit to the people, only your people though. You ain't out tousing, setting up shop, you know what I mean, in at Organic Mom's Grocery. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that.
Yeah, outside of Trader Joe's and shit, right?
Yeah. You ain't out there asking them people if you got, you want to start something or get something jumping. You trying to push that shit in your own spot. So that's that sellout thing. If you can find the wordings to like relay it to them and have them something to think about, and it's that shit that you said, Rodney, it just sounds like me. The same thing when I say I don't want to hear shit unless it's good shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me until it's some good shit. And then when you got a consistent good thing going and something bad happens that ain't really something like, okay, you got back because you're working in a good, consistent mannerism and things do happen. But if you out there just jumping into things do happen area, and then when you get jammed up, you looking for help and love, nah, nigga, that don't work like that.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I had, I was telling him, I was like, I had some responsibility when you was under 18. Now you 18, you make your own decisions. But if you're not making the right decisions, I'm not coming to support you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to school, you're not getting this dude done did all this stuff to be ready to graduate. Now he not graduating because he just don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of shit that makes me upset. But I mean, God told me a long time ago that I would not see the flowers, but I still think there's going to be great things for him to that's going to happen for him. I just know that he's going to take the long road instead of the short road. And instead of the short road of I'm here to help and support you. Like I offered him a job. I offered him, a bunch of stuff that to get him going in the right direction. But if I'm not going to force you to do nothing. If you're not willing to get up and get out there and do something on your own, then I'm not going to force you. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that want. You got to have that desire.
Not mad at that.
Yes, sir.
Not mad at that at all.
Yeah, I mean, you did everything right, and to bring it back to that video, seems like the same thing that Shorty they did. You know what I mean? They gave him the right to passage with their part. Being good grandparents and even having the heart to talk to him and sit them down, and I'm sure that they were breaking bread, and it looked like she was on their business because the way she talked. She sounded, like she was confident. She was confident in her deeds. It was your decision that fucked it up, So
it's like that sometimes. Our children can be, and sometimes they're not a reflection of us. Sometimes they don't listen. They want to forge their own way, and when they're hard headed like that and don't want to take the path that you suggest, only thing you can do is like throw your hands up. My grandfather used to tell me, if I get out there and I get in some trouble and I brought that trouble on, I'm by myself. But he said, if you didn't bring the trouble on, then you got your family. Oh, that's all they can do is sit. Look, I got so many family members and stuff that made bad decisions or bad choices. Even I have made bad decisions and bad choices. We all do. And we got to go through and the consequences of our actions. That's just human. That's just how it is.
I mean, who knows where you would be at right now if you wouldn't have made the choice to put that coochie up on the shelf. You could have been sitting somewhere beautiful right now, way better than where you are.
Tomorrow's Freaky Friday, so you can save the nastiness about the coochie. Tomorrow, I could be dead in the grave. I could have died of a very horrible disease. Be dead in the grave.
Or you could be happily married with a husband who loves you and loves the precious cooch that you've been hiding for years.
That part.
Go ahead.
Look, it's not hiding. It's just waiting for the right person. That
motherfucker is buried and hidden. You need a treasure map. You need a treasure map. You need to talk to a pirate. You have to solve 3 riddles.
Yeah,
you have to solve 3 riddles to get to it. Come on, man.
I don't even know. Is there an X on that map, Rodney? Is there an X on that map? There might not even be an X.
It's a map of X's. That's what it is.
The map.
It's a map of X's. You gotta figure out of 500 X's in here, one of them's right.
Oh my goodness!
I got another video. Y'all figure this out.
Which is what sight, hearing, smelling, taste. But all of those are one because all of them deal with touch. Like for you to see something, light has to hit your retina, your eye. For you to smell something, you ear and something has to touch your nose. Yeah. Same with your taste. Something has to touch your taste buds or your tongue. The ear, you get sound waves, they have to touch your ear. All of that comes to one, which is touch or perception or awareness. Yeah. Your other 4, which they kind of hide, is intuition, telepathy, psychometry, and as I said, clairvoyance. So with those 4 plus the 1, you actually have 5.
Now I want to go a little deeper into these five senses that they hide, the
Where
true
did this
five
nigga
senses.
come from?
So first you got to understand that our senses is how we experience reality. So they got us believing that the only experience of reality is through touch, which is really the lowest. So I'm gonna break down each one by one. So intuition, we all heard about intuition. Intuition is inner knowing. And this inner knowing have nothing to do with your conscious mind or what you've been taught or what you learned. It's not a outer knowing, it's an inner knowing. So a lot of people experience this through gut feelings. So you was about to go to the club and you just had a gut feeling. Something told you not to go. Something you had no reason because intuition have no reason behind it because it's not coming from the mind. It's literally coming from your higher self. So intuition is right 100% of 100% of the time. And this is why they disconnect us from this. The next one, telepathy, is mind reading. It's the ability to read people's minds. And obviously, before we had communication through language, we used to just could talk straight through the mind, from mind to mind. And we still have this ability. It's just lowered because nobody used it. But just think about the times like when you with a friend, a real close friend, and y'all listening to somebody talk, and y'all just know y'all had the same thought. You just give your friend that look like, oh, this nigga lying, or this, or whatever thought that y'all shared. You just know 100% sure y'all shared that same thought. That's telepathy. The next one is psychometry. All right. So what that is basically picking up somebody energy from an object. So let's say, for instance, this is why our ancestors, when they buried themselves, they left objects, they left uh, things that held value to them in their tombs. So the people that go visit them could connect. Anything that we connect to ourselves, it carries our energy. So because of that, you can pick up a thing and connect to the energy of the person that it belongs to. The next one is clairvoyance. Now, clairvoyance is the ability to see into the future. Basically, this is something that we all have. And we got this understanding that time is linear, like it's a line, but it's really a circle or a cycle. And this is how we could connect to the future. This is how our ancestors already knew what was going to happen before it happened because we got these abilities. But as long as these abilities,
Oh shit. Ah,
That was it though. He had
Nah,
That
hit
was
what he
it. It
needed
was
to
towards
hit.
the end
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, you all right. Stop crying like a little we
Yeah.
are.
That's girl. Girl. What the hell, girl? You need your sleep
sound
mapping
like
machine or something,
sound
something like
like
that.
sound like that ham sandwich you ate last night.
Yeah.
that cow that burger or something.
all right, I got it back.
It's
That was
all.
the
It was
cow's
pretty
last
much was
word.
over. It was already towards
But
the
I
end.
want to hear about clairvoyance.
All right. Well, don't move
basically,
it.
this
Don't
is
move it.
Just
something
Then
that we
slide
just
it
play
back.
all
it.
have.
It's
And we
playing.
got this
Okay.
understanding that time is linear, like it's a line, but it's really a circle or a cycle. And this is how we could connect to the future. This is how our ancestors already knew what was going to happen before it happened because we got these abilities. But as long as these abilities is being suppressed and not used, it's like any other muscle. After a while of not using it, you lose it. So understand the power that's within you. We have five real senses and not one sense that's touch. On that note, peace and love.
Okay.
Oh
Thank,
shit, got the
thank you.
love. Got the
Thank you, Trey, for sharing. All right. I felt that. I learned something today. Thank you. Anybody got anything to say about what we just saw?
always used them, always had them, never let them go. saved my life many a times, won against them and got proven that they were right. I can tell you, I mean, many times, many. From childhood, I never let that go. That was one thing I never let go. My feeling, my gut feeling, my intuition, my ability to know what a nigga thinking. You know what I mean? Without him ever saying anything, the energy when somebody step in the room, I've
You said
used
from
them.
childhood.
I use them all from childhood. From
Definitely.
childhood. I've used that from childhood. I got a place and it's happened in the same area a couple times where in kind of the same area where my gut just said, nigga, run. You know what I mean? I'm by myself, ain't nothing going on. It's quiet. And I never seen nothing. You know what I mean? But it always, I followed that. And if I didn't, maybe I'm not here with y'all today as a kid. Kidnappings was happening then too. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot harder to find the kids when you ain't have internet. You know what I'm saying? So,
So.
no question. So yeah, I used it all my life. Anybody else?
I
All
would
of them.
say since the
I use them
beginning.
all. I know them all. I use them all. Anybody else?
I would say I would say the same exact thing. I was the only child, so it wasn't no other friends. I would say I never had a conversation with myself, but I played with my intuition. I practiced and tested and worked on my own intuition based off of being alone anyway. Normally you can compare notes with somebody that's sitting next to you, but if you ain't got no little siblings and nothing like that, I didn't have that, which just made me automatically want to listen to that voice that I heard. Wasn't no voice telling me to do nothing crazy, nothing like that, but the voice of discernment. And the same reason I'm alive. There's things that I won't repeat on here, but if you were to look up the Bryan's Road area, you would see that some of that stuff popped off around some of those incidences I could have been in. If I was somebody who was suckered into chilling out and still staying out a little longer just because niggas, oh, what you scared? Nah, I got the discernment to get my ass up and go before it pops off. I feel like something about this changed. I could be having a bomb ass time. I'm having fun, everybody laughing, and sometimes I just raise up and all right, I'll holler at y'all later, and I'll go home. And one of those nights, two of those incidences out of three, this year, like I said, I could have got my ass caught up in if I didn't leave when I did. I don't need to know. I don't need to see something happen to know to go. So the saving my life part, yeah, I could have got my ass killed in Alexandria actually, so, buy
Hey
some shit.
yo,
So, yeah.
hey yo, niggas get that feeling. They taking their camera out.
And by
They
the
trying to
time you
record.
pull your camera out, you
They
asking what
trying to
corner I done
record what
hit.
they feel
Because
about
you
to
don't know
happen
where
these
the fuck
days.
I'm
They ain't
at.
getting up out
Not
of there.
here. Yeah. Nah. I move
Yeah,
quickly.
I'm
I'm
with
big, but
you.
I
I'm with
move
you,
very
Slim. I'm
fast.
out of there. But these niggas taking their camera out, waiting for it to
Nah.
happen.
Yeah, when black
You know,
people run, you don't
cameraman
look
never die.
around, you don't ask what happened, you don't look behind you, you don't try to see who did it. You run. So it's the same instinct, same thing. Same thing. Fuck that. Won't catch me ever
Cameraman
slipping.
never dies, man.
Yeah.
Molly and Beast,
Mm.
what you got to say?
I mean, I believe in all these things. I've studied them. Autism kids actually getting studied now. They starting to find out that autism kids using telepathy to have conversations. They don't
Yeah.
speak verbally, but somehow they having communication with each other. They can actually do things together, like build things together, and know what the other one's thinking. So they thinking they're using telepathy, but I'm like, that's why it's called telepathy, telephone.
Yeah.
It's no different than your telephone. People can believe, like right now, we talking to each other through a device, like how this
Yeah.
happening. They just, oh, it's through Wi-Fi and through this and through that. It's the same thing with telepathy. It's
Yeah.
Come
possible,
on.
just as possible to talk on the phone to somebody on a whole nother country. You ain't
Come
actually got to
on.
be near them, but somehow it can happen. That's why they always got to teleport,
Mhm.
tell us.
I think
They
my
go
other
through the
video
same thing.
backs up what you just said. I think my other video mentions that.
They
Yeah.
thinking the same thing and at the same time because it
Yep.
happen. Me and me should do that all the time. If we together, we say the same exact thing at the same time. Not just we look at each other, but like look at this shit. But we'll say the same thing or say if we watching something or repeating a movie or even singing a song, we say the same part at the same exact time.
Yo, you
Right.
ain't nothing but how many times I said this on your show? We ain't nothing but consumers. They know about the telepathy. They built the phone to do it so you didn't stay in touch to do it on yourself, and that goes with everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they poison us with the gut too, as well. After they already know, so you don't have that senses. It gets weaker as we get as we eat
Get more
incorrect,
washed out by those. Yeah.
food, and it gets so taking away us from our electricity. Everything you see come from something here that was free that they selling now. Everything. Thoughts. Now they got the phone so it can read your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? These things, this real. The telepathy is good. They know what's happening. So they got our phones, can not just your commonplace and go. Like if you go, just check this out. If you ever reach for your phone and you had a hard thought about what you was ready to do or look up, and you get there and it's already up.
It's already on the phone.
It's already on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like listen, it's real, but they're gonna keep it mushed in through our intelligence, through our diet, through our separation in societies, because more than one gathered with that type of, that's where the magic becomes. You know what I mean? It's written in every book. Some of these things are real magical but it's so surrounded by distortion and chaos that it's hard to pick up these things. You know what I mean? So yeah, everything, the telephone, I could call you without this, for real, if we all connected. So all this stuff, they make it, they know it, then they make it and sell it. That's all we are, consumers. That's all they see us at. That's why they keep becoming the bigger percentage. I mean, and just making a bigger gap in climbing the business
What's
ladder.
up, Scott?
Yeah,
So let's just barter. Let's barter and work our personal. You know what I'm saying? Molly with the CMOS, this with that with this, that type of stuff. You got to work inside your communities, get to know people. Stop mugging up on mugs all the time. I mean, we can talk that, but that's just so we up. I quit. Go ahead. Somebody else.
I just wish people. I think it's something. I don't know if everybody can have it, because it take a lot of. Sometimes you might have a spirit on you that's just automatically going to block some of these abilities, but people don't understand. I don't know. It's like once you start being able to utilize these abilities, you really see yourself. You're a human being and all that. You don't lose that, but you just you really start reaching for more. You start really wanting to search for more and understand more, because you realize like it's layers to all this. It's like I think we paint life so simply, but yeah.
Say the word. Say the word that you was tap dancing around. Yes, we gods. We are gods from the God. Yes, say it. But everybody's scared to say that because it gives you power.
I'm not. I just don't feel like getting into it with people. Or, I don't want to buy, or what?
With that, with
I just
that
ain't feel like
power
that.
comes responsibility.
I'm not afraid to say it though. But
if you call yourself that and you act in that, so then you have to act like that.
So
you see what I'm saying? So it comes with responsibility, and nobody want that responsibility. So we stay away from that. So that's a fear thing. We give all the power to the fear of it. Oh, don't say that. Oh, you blasphemy. Oh,
shit.
They're gonna. I'm just saying.
I don't say everything I want to say just out of respect for a platform I'm on, because oh no, if it was the right platform, we can go all the way there with them type subjects. But I just got a little.
Yeah,
I try to
you
respect everybody.
You was touching on it, and you was just I mean, and I don't mean that like you
because
scared to say
those
it. I'm just saying,
I know, but those that already
yeah.
get it already know, and I don't need to do because
They
everybody
need to
else,
hear it, though.
everybody else, what? So I don't have to do
That's what
that.
I'm saying, but they need
with
to
the
hear
ones that's
that
catching
word,
it.
because the next time they hear it, it might not be what, because there might be some evidence with it, and they might go, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, how many times my grandfather told me something that I heard a lot clearer through somebody else, or I don't how that works. You know how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you on that.
Rodney, you want to say anything?
Sorry, I had to do a work call. I missed the last couple minutes. I apologize.
No, you're all right.
I saw the intermission stuff and all that as far as the video. I mean, you know, I do agree with a lot of the things that they're saying on that they was saying, you know, about intuition, but all that has to do with you being at one with your eternal self, you know, your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts and process and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like a
Big
lot of
word,
times
big
on the
word.
show, me and Trey be thinking the same damn thing all the damn
Yeah,
time. So, you know,
even the
but
nonverbal shit with the
yeah,
like all that shit. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, but it's you know, I do believe in that we as a people. So here's my belief, and I'll just put it out there. I believe that God has dumbed us down. That in a time back in the day when we didn't have technology and stuff like that, I feel that people were more in tune to those inner conversations, inner things, those inner thoughts, those things that you can relate to a person or have a conversation with a person without having the same language or, you know, written tools or things like that, because that was the time that it was needed. And as we got more technology, I feel like God has dumbed us down so that we don't end up uh thinking that we are gods. But even though, you know, as a person, we you know, we do have you know, like we are exceptional people and gods of this earth, but as this realm, that's as far as it goes, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe that there are even more superior beings in the spiritual realm. There's more superior beings and you know, in that realm of being, you know, a godly person or a religion or things like that. If you believe in
Yeah.
angels, if you believe in, you know, different things like that, that they have capabilities that we are not able to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what?
But that doesn't mean that we are not capable of doing it. We just don't have access to it right now.
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
think it's that access. I think we do have access. I think this is my belief, my opinion. I believe all of this stuff that they're putting up, the wires, the 4G, the 5Gs, all of these towers of communications they're putting up is blocking our natural abilities to use our innate spirit or mind the way we're supposed to. That's how they're controlling us. That's how they're controlling all this stuff they're putting up there in the air is blocking our abilities, our strength, our telepathy, our clairvoyance is blocking all of that. Because the more they put up, the less the communication. We forgetting stuff. People not on the same path. I believe that we supposed to be a group, but if you separate us into each individual molecule and we're not able to communicate with each other, and we're just all in our own little box, that's the breaking up and that's the tearing down. When they don't have this stuff all up in the air, we're able to communicate with one another. We're able to, we're able to become as a collective. But as long as they keep us as individuals by ourselves, we for some reason they get to wilding out, they get to crashing out, they get to do whatever. It's these rays and these G's and whatever they putting up these towers is blocking the God in us. Y'all say, oh, this is doing this. It's the food we eat. It's the stuff they put up in the air. I believe if the earth was cleaner.
My philosophy on my belief in that is still the same, because there's nothing that a man can do that God
can't
doesn't
give.
allow to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing out here that we can't make. It's the same thing I feel like even the devil and demons.
Mhm.
God, the only power the devil has is the power we give him. You know what I'm saying? The only power that evil has is the power we give him.
That's right.
Evil's job is to kill, steal, and destroy. But we allow that to happen by giving
up,
him
AQ?
that power and being subject to those type
Emotions.
of things. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just to go back to unlocking the mental thing, like we've all, I'm not gonna say we've all, but I'll say me. You know, I'm not a big marijuana smoker or dabble into the stuff, but I have done some edibles and things like that. And when I'm on at the edible, I'm seeing shit I don't normally see. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hearing things I don't normally hear. Like I can hear sounds that I normally would not hear. If I listen to music, I'm hearing sounds that normally ain't there, you know, and I've heard that song 1,000 times. I go outside and look at the stars, and it look like the stars are just brighter and
That's the blood flow to
and
everything. That
bigger
got
and this,
everything
that,
even
and the
more
other.
hyperactive and
Yeah,
stuff.
so for me to believe that my brain is not capable of more, just go smoke a J. You see that your brain is like, yo, you like,
yo, that's not real.
You especially if you're not a normal, if it's not something you do normally. Like Trey's probably on that frequency the majority of the day all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do it normally. So when I do, I'm like, yo, I'm like, what's going on? Like, how come this looks so different? How come these sounds sound so different? How come this, you know, my thought process, like I sat there and I wrote a whole script one time, just sitting there high at 4 a.m, just sitting there, just writing a whole sitcom or a whole, you know, I wrote my best jokes when I was high as a kite, you know what I'm saying? And and for me, that kind of makes me understand that, hey, my brain is capable of a lot more that I'm not, you know, I'm not able to tap into. You know what I'm saying? How I don't think that me being on a cell phone has stopped me from tapping into it or what you call it.
But
It's
actually, it's scientifically proven that it do, because they take a picture of your head before you're on the cell phone, and then after cell phone use, and your drier, that area is dry. It's you lose hydration in that area. The vibrations and shit are so powerful. So yeah, it makes your head very hot. It takes the area over. So I mean, that's why
use your speakerphone and stuff instead of
that's why and that's why I have it, and it even has it in your agreement. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta agree to it. And it tells you the percentage. It tells you your radius of how far you need to keep your devices.
Yes, and also Rodney, the outlets in our rooms, when they took the lead paint down, everything that they made lead paint terrible. And there's a reason and purpose behind everything. And I'm telling you, if you think not,
lead used to block radiation for damage. You know, radiation from the microwave, it's cooking your brain. People stand right in front of the microwave looking at it. They don't know they bad. We don't know how bad it. I'm learning a lot about it. That's why when your hot go out, they shock you clear. You know, we're electrical beings, and a lot of people don't know it. So it's like somebody having a laptop. It's other people not a functional laptop inside out, but your body, you don't know how it works inside out. If you ask somebody, how do your pineal gland work? They don't know. That's why they put fluoride in everything to block it. So you never know how this universe look with your pineal gland actually clearing open. And they think it ain't nothing. So it ain't gonna never go nowhere. Most people like, nah, this is just how life is. You know, it's like a bird never flying, you know, don't actually know it have wings. And that's what it is. We birds out here with wings that can fly and just don't know it. That's how I look at it. But the more you learn, the more you know.
And if you don't know, is the problem, because those blockades start to be the blockades are only a problem when you're not aware of them and you're not making change after you're aware. You know, and if you have these things take years to master, you gotta be, like Rodney said, you gotta be clear with yourself. If anybody got any little silly shit going on, a little silly energy or anything like that, and you're not ready. You gotta be sharp with yourself. Can't nobody throw you off and knock you off if you got it all together here. So whatever your path is or whatever you try and do, if you open and vulnerable to stuff, then that's a mind that's not ready. Cause you know, you got a clear path and you ton of vision mentally when you're sure and certain of yourself. That's how you can like create the space to receive like blessings or things you're trying to manifest or whatever. But you know, if your spirit ain't right or your energy overall ain't right, your aura is not together, you can't possibly do these things.
So
It doesn't. It's not designed that way.
that's why the disconnect coming. Just yesterday I was talking about it, and then Molly said microwave. So if you look at your microwave, look at the dish of the microwave, the glass dish.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at that dish, the shape of it, the little three things that hold it in place,
Yeah,
it's the same radioactive sign.
the biohazard thing.
Yes, the biohazard radio. Yes, it's all that shit. It's
And
trust.
every
nigga,
microwave,
trust.
no matter how expensive, is the same as far as that
They're all
little.
the same. Exactly. Yep.
Yep.
So yeah. So I mean, and the signs are out there, and just because I mean, so many
They
things
cute.
like did you like that Tesla sign thing? Did you see that when they flipped that joint upside down?
No, actually, let me look at that
You
shit
ain't
now.
seen it?
I'm gonna look
Okay,
that
take
shit up
the
now. Yeah.
look up the Tesla sign, right? And
Oh,
you can just
upside
take a
down is the
picture
Ku
of
Klux Klan
it.
thing.
It's the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that. I ain't buying a Tesla anyway.
Yo, that shit was crazy when I saw it. I was like, yup, right in our face with it. You know what I'm saying? There was a sign one time in Virginia.
Oh, that's crazy. I just seen that picture. That's crazy as shit.
Yep. There was a sign in Virginia. I think it was Virginia. One of my work, they was talking about it. I think they took it down or put it up. It was anyway. It was a card company, and it was Coons Ford, right? And the sign said, "Why buy from Coons when you can buy from?"
I remember that. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
I mean, they'll slap that shit right in our face. Don't give a
Yeah.
fuck, and then they'll disguise. Then they'll make it look. They'll put it out there and down low. They don't care, yo. That shit crazy, yo.
Hey, JoJo, Chowbout want to know what about air fries?
Oh my god.
Oh, they
That's
got a
air
lot of
circulation.
you get a lot of metals in your food. A lot of little dust metals, a lot of metal dusts in the air fryers from the thing blowing. I can't remember exactly because it's been a long time since I read about it. But yeah, it has it's not very. You shouldn't eat out there. Actually, there was a person that ate out the air fryer because of his diet. A kid that ate out the air fryer every day, and his levels of metals in his bodies were terrible. So yeah, they put out
You
a certain
scrolling all
metal.
up on the inbox with the screen
Yeah, I was
sharing.
curious. I didn't know she knew that. And that picture of Trey is hilarious, though.
No, it's a thumbnail.
Yeah, so
I was trying to fix
the air
Look
fryers
like
ain't they got a different danger to them. It ain't it is a little bit of radioaction because of the radioactivity because of the outlet, the plug itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The
Has to
energy
receive
itself.
and transfer. Yeah.
Yes, but it's not as power. It's not
Very
like
low,
the microwave. It just has different dangers like metals and
because it doesn't
particles.
produce it, really like the same way. So
Yeah, so
that's
you
fine.
gotta look that up. There's already research that's been done on that. I'll look it back up so we can talk about another time on Wednesday, Healthy Wednesday or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
any day for real.
none of
If
this
you
shit
remember,
out here good for us, Slim. None of this shit good for us, yo.
nah, it's really
You
not.
know what I'm saying? For
Everybody
real.
want to talk about the most expensive radiation that you carry in your pocket, bitch. Get out my face.
There's actually foods that can get that are proven to get that radiation stuff out of you too.
Examples.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Examples.
So,
What's some examples? If you got some.
Shit, man.
Because I don't know. That's a real question. I don't know.
Pussy.
That'll clear some shit out. Want it, boy?
Like stitches. Is it like out our system?
One
like
lip a day, keep the doctor
when they was
away.
telling us the lymphatic system, the filth.
Trust me, I inserted some radiation in my wife this morning.
well, while you inserting radiation, let me move on to this video and show it before I do something else that messed it up.
All right, go ahead.
More vibrations. Is it in the right place? Can everybody see it?
Yeah, it's in the beginning.
Okay.
What, right?
what is vibration
Yeah.
and how can we utilize that to our
Oh, I thought it
advantage?
said what is a
You may
vibrator.
remember from school science that there are three stages
Is
of
it
the
down low?
solid,
Molly, can we
liquid,
turn
and
it up?
gas. You may remember that they're all made out of atoms that are either
It's turned
closer
off.
or
Yeah.
further apart.
It's all
Yeah.
the
But
video's
each
all the way up.
atom on its own vibrate at a
That's the
certain
people that made the
frequency,
video.
which means that even in solid, there is vibration that we can't notice with our eyes. This means that atoms are also vibrating, and they have smaller units in them that are vibrating. Animals, humans, and plants also are made out of smaller units
What's up,
that
Alan?
vibrate, which means
Yep,
that
I was
you,
in
a
here.
washing machine, and a
Hey,
tree
hey,
are
hey,
all
family.
vibrating, even though we look solid. Let's talk about you for a second. You are vibrating. It might not be noticeable, but you are. Scientists were able to identify our human frequency based on our emotion and how each emotion has a correlated frequency, measured in hertz. It starts from 0, which is a dead person's frequency, so that's probably not you since you're watching this video, and it goes all the way up to 1000. 250 is neutrality. That's when you have no emotion correlated to the thing that you're hearing, seeing, or feeling. Below that are the negative emotions or the low frequency. Above that is the positive frequencies. Okay, I want to share 2 physics laws with you. So let's go back to science. This is a steaming hot cup of tea. If you place that cup in a cold climate, then the energy inside the cup will exchange with the energy outside the cup to reach equilibrium. Because nature always wants to find that middle point. This is the second law, which is the law of resonance, which basically says if you have a horizontal string and you're tying to it a pendulum at a certain distance, let's call this one x, and you tie several other pendulums at different lengths, shorter and longer than x. Only one of them is matching the length of x. Let's call this one c. If you move or vibrate pendulum x, you will notice that only one other pendulum will respond to the movement or vibration, and it's pendulum c because it's at the same length. This tells us that x can only vibrate with c because they match. X can't match b, a, or d. So what does this all mean? Let's go back to you. Here you're going to be pendulum x. Maybe you find yourself in a situation where you're only vibrating with one other person and you just can't find common ground with the other people. That's because that one person matches your energy. If you find yourself in a low vibration, but you're surrounded by high vibration people and things, then that will result in you increasing your vibration to match them, because the teacup can't fight with the icebergs. This also applies if you're in a high vibration, but you're hanging out with a low vibration crowd. That will result in your vibration going lower. So basically, if you want something, vibrate at that frequency so that the universe matches it and brings it to you. And if you don't want something, just do the opposite. Vibrate in a different frequency so you don't receive it. That's it for me. I was so eager to share this with you because I think it's so important
Yo,
for
what's
all of us
good,
to
man?
know.
It's your boy
I hope
Chow
you
Bout, aka Bout Got Jokes. And every morning, Monday through Friday, you can catch me tuned into the Morning Mac Show on Facebook Live with Althea McFarlane, Molly Robinson, and my guy Big Trey. So if you ain't know, now you know. Play with it, but don't play with it.
I think that was a good video, Reese.
Thank
That was a nice
you.
commercial.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
don't.
You slid that motherfucker in
Talk
there
about
like you was
you.
in middle school, Molly,
Talk
like
about
you was
your
going up the
ass.
skirt,
Don't
baby. You
even
slid right
do
on up
it.
in there.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Right. That thing looked like it was attached to the other
Say
video.
something.
She said, "Well, that's
That
it for me," and then that motherfucker jumped in like,
that commercial lowered my vibration.
Oh no!
Now
"Damn,
I'm under 250.
damn."
Look,
That
that was
lowered
a
my
Hey, but
vibration.
It's like, nah,
I,
let me stop.
and
I didn't.
again, that's something. Oh, go ahead. I would
No,
say
go
that
ahead, go ahead, baby.
that's something I experienced. As a youngin. I mean, everything is always moving. Everything. something sitting on the table, let that table sit there long enough, that thing is moving. You know, everything is going to move. Everything has you can look, and the vibrations are so real. You can look at any house, and if you don't have anybody living in it, it falls apart because the vibration is gone. You know, that's why when you see the ceilings and the walls and stuff in the old houses falling apart, if somebody was living in that vibration would help hold that house together. It wouldn't fall apart as quick and as easy. Now, shit happens, you know, things, you know, but it wouldn't, like when people move out of a house, it don't take no time. Cobwebs build up, that pulls down. I mean, gravity and everything's moving. So, yeah. That's definitely the vibrations. We are all vibration and everything's always moving. You know, it just ain't moving how we see it moving. You know what I mean? What we used to moving being, you know, shit standing still is moving. You know?
What's up, Phoenix? I see you.
I know.
And I hear you, JoJo. I hear you.
Yeah, and as a kid, I knew that the vibrations from seeing them, because we used to play in the bandos and old haunted houses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you would see, like, as soon as people move. Yeah, we used to play. You know what I mean? We used to run through shit. Abandonmenium. That's
not
a condominium.
I hope not.
Not catching no bodies.
I mean, you know, of course you ran through them. As a kid, yeah, you ran through some. I mean, you know, shit.
That joint put a sheet over it in the corner.
You know, sat up in the window and watched the neighborhood for a while. Shit like that. You know what I mean?
Stinking here.
yeah, some of that too. But sometimes it would just like you could see the house. Like, okay, say like a house gets people moved away. Out in the county somewhere, and you know, as kids, we know ain't nobody living in that house, and but you've been there, and then after just a little bit of time, when you go to that house and ain't nobody moved in, it looks, you know what I mean, just like it's almost falling apart. You know, you're like, damn. So I noticed that as a kid, that without anybody living in them, they die.
Yeah,
they don't vibrate, like she said. If you don't vibrate, she did. So. Maybe that's how it works. And she said, put out to the universe what you want to attract. I'm trying to figure that out because I try to put out to be positive and
watch The Secret.
I know, right?
He started laughing.
You ever see The Secret? You ever see The Secret?
Huh?
Watch The Secret. It's called The Secret. It's a video and a book. It's called The Secret. It gives you the keys to the law of attraction. You know what I mean? It tells you how to do it. It was on Netflix at one point, but you can find it on YouTube.
I'm gonna go look it up right after the show. It
got like a red stamp on it, like a red symbol stamp. You'll know that's the one.
I'm gonna go watch it and look it up. I'm gonna tell you what it's about.
I got a piece of the book. I got a part of the next chapter off of that book.
Okay.
Right here with me, but I ain't got that one with me. I'll try to show it to you.
Hold on, JoJo. I want to hear Reese talk about what she be doing. Go ahead.
I tried to be positive, and I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do from my heart inside out. It's just I'm just trying to get on a different frequency and try to elevate myself, get on a higher vibration.
Stop trying and do it. Stop trying and do it.
Yeah.
First of all, you know what I mean? Stop talking and saying you're trying to do something and do some shit. Do some shit that puts you on a higher frequency. You know, if it ain't nothing but meditation at the time, talking to somebody that's you know, a professor.
There you go. That's what I was about to say, JoJo. The biggest step is surround yourself with high frequency people. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is low frequency, is somebody who you know is you know what I'm saying, that don't got that aura that you want, then you need to go around like, you know, why are you hanging out with Choutbout? Like, you can see by his basement that it is a low frequency. It is a low frequency basement, even in the commercial. Like, you need somebody with happiness and like some like you got Funny Man Green. He got white women in his dungeon and shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hang out with people who got Trey's good. He got shit growing. He growing some stuff in the background. JoJo eating dandelions and shit. You know what I'm saying? Molly got that sea moss, but you got to get rid of the low frequency people. You know what I'm saying? The people who ain't doing what you call it? All right.
Magic. I
This
think
this the
Riri, y'all
playoff
need
of it, but
yeah.
that's the symbol right there. This the
Let me
symbol for
see
the
it.
secret. But the magic, this a playoff of that other book. This ain't the secret. This is the secret, but it's like the next book, another book off it. There's a few of them. Read some of these, yo. These will give you a really insight. But watch the video too, because the video has a whole bunch of different people's experience explaining it to you. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what's up. All right.
Yeah.
I got you though. I see you. All right.
I think a lot of people
Yeah,
don't.
Molly.
I think a lot of people don't understand the chart. That's why I like that they got the chart and they can show you the frequencies that you on. And a lot of people think that, oh, me just out here talking nice and trying to be nice, that's giving out good energy. It's how you feel though. So if you out here feeling shame about something you did back in the past, that's the worst frequency you can be on. You feeling guilty, even if you got desire. That's one of the lowest frequencies you can have. And you got a lot of people out here that have desire for anything. They got a strong feeling to want to have something, or want something to happen. And that's what the worst frequency and fear. And that's why you got a lot of people out here. Oh, this person in office. Oh, this about to happen. That's about to happen. You on that frequency, So a lot of people don't even know they're on a low frequency because they think, oh, I'm talking nice and I'm doing nice. But nah, how do you feel? Do you still feel guilty? Do you still feel shame? Are you still hurt by old things that you won't let go? That's low frequency. That's low energy.
Right.
Yeah, there ain't no question, man. You gotta get rid of that. You gotta get rid of that luggage. You can't be don't be carrying that luggage around with you. Looking for things you gotta let go. You gotta let go of some stuff. Forgiving. That's what they say about forgiving and all that. Forgiving people that probably ain't even worthy of the forgiveness. But you're doing it for
All
yourself.
this type, we probably deleted the shit by accident or bumped out of it.
So yeah, that's absolutely right. You're carrying that luggage around. Erykah Badu made that
She speak on that so heavy.
That bag lady joint. That's dope.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
got
saying?
too much
You
on you. Yeah, you're gonna
got
crack.
too much.
Yeah. I think that what was you gonna say, Reese?
No, I agree. I was saying, yep. I feel, and I've been loosening. Y'all don't know because y'all can't say it, but I've been letting go of a lot of stuff, letting go of a lot of, it's just and people and
you let go of that China.
Let it go.
Let go of all that mess you was in. Let go of all that mess you was in with Aquarius. You know what I'm saying?
Let go of that what?
All caps Aquarius.
Oh my God.
All that mess you was in. Yeah, you gotta let go of that.
Low vibration.
JoJo, I'm not in no mess.
Let it go. Let it go.
Talking about. So I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna keep it moving.
Louisa got that positivity. I love when Louisa come on. She got that positivity.
That even that shit out the Oracle. I'm gonna call it the Oracle.
I like somebody all cap Aquarius come in here and just start telling all kinds of shit about some nigga that don't exist. But it's all
let it go.
Like that, low energy.
Let it go.
You can't vibrate with that.
But
you gotta laugh, huh?
It's easily vibrate. That. It's all right.
Go ahead, say what you want to say, Trey. Go ahead.
Not mine. I don't give a fuck.
Meditate. You better learn how to meditate, man. Meditate, man. It heals the brain, all types of things, man.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people pray. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with praying and meditating.
Oh yeah.
But just try it out. Yeah, B so they doing yoga and everything. I know he be feeling good. And he in love. That's one of the highest frequencies you can be in, being in love. So anybody out here with somebody, even if you angry, you got somebody to go back home to that you love, you can get that high vibration back. So
Mhm.
Yeah, you need to find love if you can.
I think that everybody
That-
I wouldn't want anybody's like downfall to be detrimental or downfall like I had, because I would say that I never life was always good regardless, but I think it's a must that everybody experience. When I seen the chart in the video, like that was showing like the levels, and showed like mid range when you just neutral, nothing bothering you. You know, even when Roddy be asking the question from 1 to 10, like how you feel, and blah 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 blah. I realized that
Yeah.
everybody needs to experience being low. You need to experience and identify, because I've never metaphorically seen hell before until the situation happened that was the reason for me wanting to move to Maryland, pretty much. So, you know, I think everybody needs to experience the bottom before you can really get up to the top. Because I don't think if you ever really went through, I think it just that type of, I don't want trauma. I don't wish trauma for nobody, but seeing below the surface, like being that low, being in the dark, I think everybody needs to be there once, just one time, to be able to really build up from ground zero to wherever they're trying to be. Because a lot of people never really got knocked off their rocker before. And I think that's what has stopped a lot of people from getting to what they need to get to, because they've never had a situation truly knock them off before. Some people, I think, need a reset. So when we talk about all this manifestation and all this shit, some people need a reset. And
yeah,
that's the
change.
problem.
Yeah, I
So
believe change is good. Like, you know, a lot of people get upset about change, even change of people in your life, even change of things that you're doing. A lot of people are afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you really have to start redoing and rethinking how you're going through life. You know what I'm saying? And just embrace change, embrace that this is something new, embrace it, because a lot of times it's a new chapter coming for you. It's a
It
new
is.
it's
It
a
is.
new
It's
area.
a
and
new
and
era.
like Trey was saying, I believe that God has you go through things in order to set you up for what you're really here to do. Like, you can't be great without challenges. There's every great person that was in the Bible, every great story you hear about somebody is a great story of them overcoming something, of them being somewhere and taking whatever lesson they learned from that and turning it into something very, very positive. Just like, you know, I'm hoping one day that Choutbout will clean his basement and it'll be very, very positive. You know what I'm
Rodney,
saying?
leave
So
Chout
yeah,
alone.
hopefully he will overcome that situation of
we have a
homelessness
disclaimer
or
for Rodney.
whatever is in his basement,
'Cause
that he'll be able to, what you call it, just like Aquarius, one day we'll actually find this man she's manifesting. That nigga may become one day. You know what I'm saying?
Rodney, leave
Maybe one
people
day.
alone. Stop doing that. Oh, I had it. Oh, epiphany.
I ain't do nothing.
Rodney's
What I
low vibration energy.
What I do?
Picking with people. Picking with people.
Oh.
Leave Rodney and leave Choutbout and Aquarius alone, please. Don't pick with them. Good vibrations, good thoughts, good everything.
Oh, hey, Destiny.
Where's she at? In the back room or in the comment section?
Damn, beat some grow some hair, maybe one. I got hair. What's wrong with y'all? I just didn't brush it. Damn, what's wrong? I feel like I'm bald or
hair?
something.
Oh.
Yeah, I got,
Oh.
Hey, Phoenix.
you know.
Some of us got big foreheads, you know. It's just that might just be
I
it.
mean, you know, hey, man, I need a shape up. Yeah, I can get that. It's all good. At least I don't got funny man shape up. Shit.
Where is Funny Man?
The
Did anybody? I
cul-de-sac.
sent him the link. I did send him the link this morning.
Hey,
So
can
where
y'all
Funny
hear me?
Man?
Yeah, we hear you, Phoenix. How you doing, baby?
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hear us.
Oh, okay. Because my phone was acting weird, talking about you didn't have permission and all this other bull crap. Anyway, so what I typed was, because I wasn't doing it again.
Yeah.
You have to manifest the life you want.
Mhm.
And by manifest, I mean you have to speak it in the atmosphere. You have to act like that's the life you already have.
Like Aquarius. I got you.
You know what? Hush. You acting up all. You have to if you
Believe
want
it before
joy,
it happens.
you have to cultivate that. You can't just say, I want to be joyful, I want joy. You have to cultivate that. You got to operate in it. You got to live in it.
Oh my
Joy is not
gosh.
something somebody gives you. It's something that you have. You
Right.
want peace, you got to be peaceful. You want love, you got to be loving. You got to be kind. You have to operate in that way. And it's not no faking. You can't try. You have to do it.
Right.
So, you know,
And I
Lord.
believe, I
Mm.
also believe when you are doing and walking like you supposed to, that challenges will come up to see how you react to those challenges, to see if you continue to keep it loving and stride. And I do believe like what God has for you is for you. Like I said, I'm a spiritual being, and I believe when it's your time to grow, to elevate, it's coming. I feel energy. I feel something's coming, and I feel good. And I gotta stay in what I'm doing to manifest, because I don't want to go back another way and then I miss the blessing that's already set up for me to reach and grab. It's right there for me to grab, and then people will knock you, or things will knock you off your marker. So when you grab it for, you missing that bag. And I'm like,
Yeah, but see, a lot of the reasons that we don't get what we want or have what we need is because we're not really doing the work. So we have to make sure that that's what we're really doing. You have
Right.
to really, really look at yourself. And, I've done this. I do this all the time. I check myself all the time. Even if you get triggered, you get feelings. Sometimes it's not the other person. Sometimes it's ourselves. And we don't always know what it is until we get triggered. But we have to learn that people mirror us, or they're our mirror. So if it's something about a person you don't like, or there's something that triggers you, it's something within you that is a problem. And I want to bring up the fact, y'all need to let this, I'm being positive. Y'all need to let this craziness go. I was about to curse. Y'all need to just release it, because this back and forth nonsense with everybody, let it go. Let it go. Just come on now, because it's old.
What exactly are we talking about there, Louise?
Talking about that luggage.
What are we talking about, Phoenix? I'm confused.
What would let what go?
You know what I'm talking about.
What you talking about, Phoenix? We don't know.
In the chat. Anyway,
I can't read. I have my glasses on. Say it. You gotta say it.
I'm not in the chat. I'm not in the chat.
This is what I'm just saying. But still, you can't speak of manifestation.
Ooh, can everybody shut the fuck up for a second so she can
say it?
What's up? Yeah, you have the floor now. I was asking everybody to shut the fuck up, so you can go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to shut up too. I was like, okay.
Oh no. Not just sharp, but no, ma'am.
No, I was just saying, we can't move forward. We can't do what we got to do if we still keep going back to what the heck craziness going on. We gotta let shit go. Like this shit getting annoying now. Like, let this shit go. Everybody, let the shit go.
Yeah.
It's annoying. And even ourselves, we gotta look at ourselves, because why we keep bringing stupid shit up. Like, let this shit go.
Thank you. I agree.
I agree too.
Hello. Shit.
I mean, it's so fresh.
Oh, no,
you know what I'm saying? The womb is fresh. It needs sometimes you gotta take the Band-Aid off when the womb's fresh to clean it and then put it back on.
Clean it out. That's right, JoJo. Clean that mess out. Want that shit. We ain't got time, we ain't got time for that nonsense. Let it go. We too old for bullshit. Everybody got jobs. And if you ain't working, you working on something. Let that mess go.
Talking about it.
Hey, look, I look at my mirror. I'm cool. I'm cool with my shit. You right. You better look in that mirror.
My reflection is all right.
If you ain't looking in the mirror, that means you're looking at somebody else all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's a problem with that. So you better get in that mirror and know who you are and know what you carrying around on you and what you need to get rid of and what's best for you. Right here, looking at yourself. If you could get your camera on this show and pull yourself up real close. You know what I'm saying? And you're the only one there. That's the stuff you want to clean up, So, because when you're looking at, Aquarius or what's my brother name, Rodney? You know what I mean?
Nah, first of all, if anybody who knows me knows that I really don't care about none of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Chow Bout is my boy. I love Chow Bout. I love LA Josh Preston. I love all you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm gonna say what I got to say. But you ain't getting no apology from me. and have your man pull up on me. I don't give a shit. Shit.
Oh my
I'll
God.
send you my address. I ain't hard to find. But we can
Somebody
keep
want
it
a
moving.
We're not
blunt?
doing that.
Keep it moving.
If somebody
We not
wants some
doing
weed,
that.
anybody need some weed right now?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm
Hold
Cause
on,
I ain't got
Aquarius.
much, but I got a little
Aquarius.
bit.
I
Hold
got
on,
no
wait.
problem.
Aquarius, like reel it in, sweetheart. Don't go to that extreme. You gotta reel it back in.
You're right.
You are a businesswoman. You have a career. You are
There you
not
go.
behaving as a lady right now. Ignore what you don't like.
matter.
Don't
That's
put
good.
yourself
Don't
in that situation.
tell you what.
Don't allow yourself to get worked up like that. They're
Hey, if I don't believe
comedians.
it, hey,
They're
look, if I
gonna
don't
be
believe her
funny.
about her
Like
man, I
don't
damn
do
sure
that.
don't believe her about him pulling up. So we can just keep on moving.
You know what,
Let's
Ronnie?
go.
Cut it out.
Let's go. I'm ready to move on
Cut
to the
it
next
out.
Oh
subject.
my
I'm
God.
on the next subject.
Yeah,
I
we need
said what I
to
had to
just,
say.
you don't want to. It's too
Let
much.
it go.
I'm ready. Let's go. Next
Let
It's
thing.
too
What we
much.
talking about? Let's get another thing. I'm good.
Hey man,
Anyway,
I told you the
I just
comment.
wanted to
I
come in
told you.
here and say what I
I
was
told
typing because
y'all
I
if
didn't
you
want
I
was
to
on
heard
the
forget.
you,
show.
Phoenix. Thank you for
I
trying to
heard you,
deliver your
Phoenix,
Yeah,
too,
message.
baby.
I
You know I
gotta go
love you,
send some
and I
stuff
love
out. Go
your
handle my
positive
business.
vibe.
I love y'all. I do. And I want
Phoenix
all
come
of
on
us
here
to be
talking all
amazing
this.
because we are amazing, beautiful creatures. Just
Oh, there you go.
don't,
Oh, come on
Oh,
now. Put
Hey,
this shot.
Destiny. Oh, hey, David. You made it.
whatever
Hey, what's
like
up?
that.
Nah, come on,
No, what's
David.
going
They talking about
I
on?
my
told.
hairline, David.
Hey,
I'm trying to say
hey,
my joint ain't
Rodney,
as bad as yours, man.
Oh,
Batana
You ain't
haven't
got.
even been.
You know what
Hakuna
I'm
Batana
oh,
means no bonus for
oh,
the rest of your
friend.
day. I
You
gotta
know
get
what
in that
I'm
chat
saying?
room. I gotta look. I
Damn.
hear from what I'm hearing. The
I'm gonna
So
chat
go
you
room
cut
talking
is
about
mine
your
acting
hairline?
off.
like
Y'all
it
want to see my
was
hairline?
last night.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Are we doing
Wait
a
a minute,
reveal
JoJo.
today?
Wait a minute, JoJo. What are you
I'm gonna have
saying?
to get in this
Weezy,
chat
don't just
room
jump off just
because
yet. Stick around. What did you say,
the
I
chat
can
JoJo?
hide
room was
mine
better
with
than the
hair.
show.
That what?
Last night the chat room was popping more than the show. You know what I mean?
Man,
So
wasn't it, boy?
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
That
gonna have to get in this
motherfucker.
chat. I might have to get off here and get in this chat room and see what's popping up in there from what I just heard. Let
Look
me
at
see.
your messy
Hey,
behind.
Well, I ain't
Destiny
got
has
nothing
a
to do.
question.
I ain't got nothing to do with the chat because I'm not in
hey,
the chat.
look. The law of attraction is if you can laugh at that mess and keep it moving and keep on your focus, that's where it all come in at. See, because you know yourself and what you'll do if anybody does this or do that or this happens or this gonna happen. Okay, well either I'm gonna be split open on the street or they gonna be split open on the street. There's only
Ain't gonna be no split open. If somebody did pull up on me, I'll start laughing at them and walk away. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't
I would
nobody worried
love
about
to
that.
move the
Let's
fuck
move on.
forward. Can we move
Let's move
forward?
on. I ain't worried about that, man.
Destiny had a question, people.
Destiny, go ahead, Destiny. Where you at, Destiny?
They was ignoring the fuck out her question. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
know.
Good.
She said,
Look,
so at 30, I just found out I'm anemic. What should I change in your opinion?
oh, just eat more iron. Like beets is good for people with anemia. Beets and spinach, that's good for people for anemia. Just incorporate the right cells and molecules
I
in your
appreciate you
diet.
switching the
And take some
subject,
sea moss.
Destiny.
And take some.
Because you're the queen of
sea moss
research, so I know you
for-
ain't asking us. I appreciate you doing that by asking the question.
Yeah,
Girl,
and
with
also
you being
with iron,
anemic,
you
you
have to
stay
have
cold
vitamin
all the
C
time.
too.
People with
Moringa
anemia stay
powder.
cold all the
Jojo,
time.
what the fuck you
Get a
doing?
nice sweater.
We pumped up. Y'all trying to calm down, man. Stay hype. Shit. Come on now. Don't
Y'all
make me
niggas
get off this
crazy.
show and go into the comments because I'm great. I'm just
Y'all niggas is
You can go into
crazy.
the comments while you on the show.
I know, but that's a strain my eyes and shit.
Damn, all y'all straining shit and all that. Damn.
I know you would think with all the good THC in my system, it would
Yeah,
I
them
would
eyes
see
supposed to be
that.
shot, boy.
No, I think it was all the other shit that I blinded my life with.
Yeah, type shit, then.
Yeah, I did. There's a whole bunch of when you get rid of luggage, sometimes the flash blinds you in one eye.
Shit go right with that shit sometimes. Leave right with it. It's a sacrifice, boy. You want to get rid of it or no? It's gotta be a price. That's the price.
Because you would be okay with somebody pulling up, taking you out because you all right with your next chapter. You already know about the next realm. You know what I'm saying? So
I just
you
can't have
ain't
nobody knock me off. That's
I'm
what I'm
gonna
not
go
understanding about people. Like, how does
That's
somebody?
not nothing good. That's
How does some?
nothing.
No, I'm saying like, how do people get knocked off the way they do? Because people be so easy, especially if they don't know people. Especially if I don't know your ass. I don't know how you anything coming out your mouth or anything is gonna make me feel like anything.
Exactly.
But when it does, that's the problem. When I see that it
Because
does,
the truth
like,
hurts, Trey. People don't like when they don't know you. You tell the truth, then they get upset. I mean, the truth hurts.
Yeah,
If the
but if
thing
you in
was,
that mirror,
if I was just spitting straight lies, then you wouldn't care. But
but
if
if you
somebody
been in that
actually
mirror,
says something, they notice something, and they say it, and they pull it out, and you get defensive, that's because apparently I hit something that was correct.
they
Now,
ain't been in
if
that
it was
mirror.
I
They
all
ain't
agree.
been in
wrong,
that
I
if
mirror.
it's
did say that
all
a few days
wrong,
ago.
if it's all wrong, then it wouldn't bother you. Just like anything that somebody says to me that I know has nothing to do with anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to fight anybody over it. That's ridiculous. Like, why? It's not even worth it. I have greater things in my life. I'm sure that each one of you have greater things in your life.
Right.
I don't
But, you
know.
know, I mean, let's get some straight. I talk about Funny Man Green all the time. Me and Funny Man, I consider him a very close friend. I love him. If somebody else was to talk trash about him, I would beat their ass with him if I had to, whatever the case may be. I can do it. I can do it, but you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and then the other thing is you also got to look at what you're on. We're on a show full of comedians. If I crack jokes about something that I know, the fact that I don't know you should be even more reason why you don't
Disclaimer:
give a
I'm not
shit.
though. I know I'm
The
the
fact
only
that I
one.
don't
Molly not
know
on
you
the
is
screen, but
even
I'm
more
not.
why you shouldn't give a shit because you know that I
Don't
don't
put
know
me in
you.
that.
I don't
Don't
know
put me in the
anything.
category of
I don't know
comedians.
anything about Chout Bout other than his basement needs to be cleaned up. That's the only thing I know. Now I talk about it all the time. Now does Chout Bout give a shit? No, Chout Bout don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like who cares? David Funny Man Green, I tell him that he should go ahead and keep his hair cut or whatever, or he got women in his basement. Does he really have women in his basement? No. So does he get upset? No. Now, if there was a white woman in his basement, he'd be pissed off because he'd be like, why are you snitching? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, let's just keep it what it is. Like, I don't care, you know. So, trust me, when I get off this thing, I'm not gonna think nothing about none of the people in the comments. I'm gonna go upstairs and bang my wife, my actual wife, the one that exists. I'm gonna go up there and bang her and mind my goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, just like Reese, I tell Reese all the time, don't take this show with you. When you cut that fucking shit off, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this shit matters. It's just we're having fun. We're on a show. We're doing a good time. We're trying to be entertaining. And if you don't like my entertainment, then fuck it. Don't click on the show. If you see I'm on here, get off then. Other than that, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I love Reese, and I'm sorry if I upset any of the people in your comments that you actually care about. So if that's the case, then I apologize to you, Reese. But the people in the comments,
apologize.
Move on. Hi, Louisa. I love Louisa. Anyway, all right. I'm
in the chat.
And if you, I mean, you know, like I said, that come back
I'm
to
just
that
glad
law
I
of
can't
attraction.
see half this stuff going on in the chat.
Paying attention to who
I'm
you
so
are
glad.
and what you are, like you said, it ain't gonna bother you. You know who you are. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got other things to be working on in your brain to be bringing to you or attracting to you, like you say, people, places, and things. You know what I mean? So, you know,
There's a clip I wanted to play. They was talking about people.
To the garbage,
Well, I'm
then
gonna
so
find
you
it.
have garbage in your life.
High vibrations.
Yep.
It was talking about people. You know, you will have vibration when animals love you. When people love you, they want to tell you their story, and when people attack you, they say that you will have vibration. So when people attack you because they say they're envious, that's why they attack you, and that you don't even know that you're doing anything. But if they automatically is annoyed by you and your presence, you know you on a high vibration because
But at the same time,
No, but I'm
I
saying
would.
I'm just reading what the things I'm finding for y'all.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just
I'm
responding
about
to
to
what you
say
said.
because what was the dude, the white dude that used to be on here? He damn sure wasn't on a high
Damien.
vibration, and he
Oh,
annoyed the fuck
Damien
out of me.
Steven, that's my boo.
He still annoys the fuck out of me. He wasn't on no high vibration.
Everybody got a
I don't want
person
people
that
to
annoys
confuse the
them.
two though, because I've seen a lot in my little bit of time on this earth, and there's a lot of people that walking around these streets thinking that whatever it is they're doing is worthy of jealousy in the first place. So there's two sides to everything. Just like someone can actually be onto something that gives people a reason to actually give a fuck. There's people that aren't doing a motherfucking thing that nobody gives a fuck about, and they still swear to God that everybody is jealous, envious, wants what they have. So let's acknowledge
You know
both
a person like
sides.
that? Who's a
I
person like
know
that,
plenty
Trey?
of people like that. I know
Oh,
plenty of
okay.
people like that.
Oh,
Yes, I
But ain't
do.
nobody on our screen. It ain't nobody on our screen. You're not talking about
It
us.
might be. Oh, I thought you said the chat. You meant the screen. My bad. You meant us. So I got you. Okay, you're right.
I look at life. I look at life as everybody got their time to shine. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no hating that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If somebody's shining, good for your shine, baby. Cause you know what I mean? Everybody
That's
gonna have their
funny.
time.
Destiny's hilarious.
What she said? Let me look.
I spend a lot of time around blue collar men. When someone picks at you, pick back. Bullies love other bullies, and we all know Beast is a bully. I bet his wife cuts him with her toes in the bed. That is hilarious. There you go. See, that's
Lock
a
it
good
in.
comment right there.
Lock
Yeah,
it
you
in.
know,
Lock it in.
That's what Kenneth
Lock it
said.
in.
Lock it in.
Yeah, for sure. David, you good, man? You ain't
He
said
needs to
nothing
stay
since
in
we
the
got
corner
here,
right
brother.
now.
You all right?
Yeah, because I'm lost in the dark. But to what here or whatever like that. No, you know what I mean. Like my theory is this: life is too short to be worrying about other people. You know what I mean? Like I keep stressing everybody. You know what I mean? Even on Facebook, you see more RIPs than good mornings. You know what I mean? And especially here, you know what I mean, especially here, it's an overdose. It's like an overdose or something like that. No, like it, you know, and it's different. It's different when it's different when you go on Facebook and be like RIP, and you be like, man, that's messed up. To compare it to RIP, damn, that's my cousin. Damn, that's my, you know what I mean, my ex, my this. You know what I mean? It really hurts. It's home. So it's like you know what I mean, like another thing I tell people and everything, you control your own happiness. Don't give somebody else.
Yeah.
Don't give somebody else power over your happiness. You know what I mean?
100%, David.
Yeah.
Nah, 100%. 100%.
Keep going, David. Keep going.
Maybe he was done.
He was done. Yeah,
Right.
like his hairline, it just cuts off at any point.
If you Mike.
He said Dolomite.
That's a woman's philosophy right there. Keep going, keep talking, keep going.
Preach.
Yeah, until somebody says, now put $20 in
Yeah, close the
Johnny
doors.
Blow. Gotta go.
Close the doors.
Close the doors. Oh, I didn't hear so many theories about that. That is crazy.
Molly, run that cash up at the bottom. Let it close.
Close the comment.
Hold
If you want the comments back open, you got to give $5 to get the comments back open. Close the comments.
This is the time and service where we ask the ushers to lock the doors.
But yeah,
we need y'all tickets.
I don't know. I think people need to reflect on themselves a little bit more and really evaluate if they think the reality that they have is actually it, or is it alternate. Are you forming forming your own reality off of like
Yeah.
based off what you want it to be, because yeah, people half the time think that they on to something they're not. You playing the video?
Yeah, I'm about to play. Y'all
Go
see
ahead.
it?
Uh-huh.
10 signs of
Number 1, your senses are stronger. Number 2, animals feel safe in your presence. Number 3, people stare at you in public. Number 4, random strangers love to come to you and talk and tell you their life stories. Number 5, you can feel the energy of a room shift when you walk in. Number 6, you irritate toxic people just by being your truth and authentic self.
That's right.
Number 7,
That's what I was trying
life
to get.
feels enjoyable to you. Number 8, you don't tolerate negativity. Number 9, you are sensitive and empathetic towards others. Number 10,
Damn, I hit everything except
you
for one.
feel a sense of emotional balance. Signs of a high
Hey,
vibration
Reese, let it
person.
play twice so I
I'm
can
gonna
get.
play again.
Number
I'm
1,
gonna start number
your
1.
senses are stronger.
Your senses are stronger.
Number 2, animals feel safe in your presence.
Animals love me.
Number 3, people
Come
stare
on
at
now,
you
is
in
it about
public.
you or about?
No, I'm
Number
just saying.
4,
I mean, we
random
gotta take our own
strangers love to come
evaluation
to you and talk
individually.
and tell you their
When the
life
video's
stories.
done, yeah.
Okay.
Number 5, you can feel the energy of a room shift when you walk in. Number 6, you irritate toxic people just by being your truth and authentic self. Number 7, life feels enjoyable to you. Number 8, you don't tolerate negativity. Number 9, you are sensitive and empathetic towards others. Number 10, you feel a sense of emotional balance. Signs of a high vibration person.
I got 9 out of 10. I think everybody knows which one I don't got.
How do you know?
Stop it now.
What the number say? Ability to
That's the
shut the
same
fuck
one we
up.
all
and
working
tell
on,
them
Rodney.
else.
That's the same one we all working on, Rodney. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Tolerate negativity. We can all tolerate a little negativity.
Oh, that wasn't it. That wasn't mine.
That wasn't. That's not.
That wasn't mine.
That was not
He's
the
talking
one.
about emphasizing with people.
Look, Rodney's not empathetic and he
We
don't care
proved that
about
on
what
the
you
show
say.
today. We proved that on the show that we can all tolerate some negativity. We stand for something. We all need to work on that one.
It's all good.
Yeah, well, the environment you put yourself in is how you control that narrative. So if you're not
I mean,
doing
we
that,
love
then you already faced it.
negativity. We pay for negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
you know,
no,
I don't love negativity.
I don't
Come
pay.
on.
I don't
what?
subscribe to it.
Two niggas fighting for the purse ain't negative. That's a good vibe.
Fighting for a purse where?
Like in
Boxing. I don't watch
boxing.
boxing.
Or,
Even though I do
Oh
watch
no,
boxing,
yeah,
but-
no.
or any events like that. I mean, you know, so I mean, there's some negativity that's hidden as good stuff. You know,
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't
a
like
whole lot,
negativity.
whole lot of negativity hidden as good stuff. It's the, you know, that's the principality's ways these days. You know what I mean? So
If you can
we
share
put
some
everybody-
examples, that'll enlighten me on what I might
putting people
possibly
on,
be getting into.
idolization. You know how people, you know what I mean? We look at somebody more. I'm not saying you individuals like.
No, I know,
as
but
far
I'm
as-
listening, just listening, checking off boxes for myself.
I'm saying like I mean, I just lost
Trey.
my.
Trey, he said, KJ said baddies is negativity. So if you watch
I don't
that,
watch
you
that
like
shit.
negativity.
David watched that shit. That's David's shit. Yeah, that's his. He's the advocate for that. Y'all don't remember do I need to
mean, the
roll it
guy
back?
He said you don't tolerate negativity. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You do tolerate it. Beast was talking about bailing his nephew out. He didn't get locked up for a positive sense. You see what I'm saying? The first time he bailed him
But
out.
tolerate something existing around you that you didn't. You're not if you're not the reasoning for it happening.
Don't sugarcoat it. You can't sugarcoat that. If you
No,
bail
I'm not
somebody
sugarcoating
out-
it. If you're not the reason why it
my
happened,
kid.
you can. I mean,
All right, if you
You're
bail somebody out that you love, right? But they're accused of something bad, but you help on the bail, you're tolerating negativity because you ain't just locked up for nothing usually. Like there's
But
some
you
type
were,
of
but you were the main advocate
Yeah, but
of.
there could be
You were the main
circumstances.
advocate of police brutality and shit happening to
no,
niggas
I'm
and
talking about
how
when
the
you
government
know,
treat
when you know.
niggas.
I'm saying that
So,
I'm gonna bail my man out, and I know he's guilty. I'm
but
still gonna bail
but
him
that's
out.
not
Yeah.
considering
That's what I'm
tolerating it would be
saying.
knowing that nigga did it and getting his ass out.
That's what I'm saying. I know what
That-
that is. That
Oh
is
well, you
support
saying you know the nigga
negativity.
did it. That's different. I don't. Nah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all do that, is what I'm saying, and
nah,
we have
nah.
or
When I
have.
when I
And
think of tolerating negativity is when, like, for me, it would be in your inner circle, not in the outer circle. Like, for instance, you go out
Yeah.
into the world, there's going to be negativity. Things are going to
Yeah.
happen. But tolerating negativity is to, like, bring it in your household, like, to make it a part of you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you're
I
dating,
got
like, you're dating a woman who's negative and goes on podcasts and says negative things to people. You know, that would be the type of tolerating negativity that I'm thinking about. You know, but tolerating negativity to me means you bring it into your house. It's a part of your
It's something you have to deal
lifestyle.
with, like
It's
because
part
you.
of your
Yeah.
lifestyle. It's
Yeah.
part of what you deal with on a day-to-day, everyday basis. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but I got you, but that's fine. We just fine line in there. I'm not
Yeah,
putting.
yeah,
I'm
I
just
got
putting it all out. I'm putting it all out here. Is that we all still got shit to work on and all that. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt all
Yeah.
of them. I'm the room shifter. I'm the one that can feel sense. I'm all them too. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like if there's a good street fight, it ain't like I ain't gonna watch it if they ain't shooting. You know what I'm saying? And it can be my mama and my auntie. You see what I'm saying? So you know, I'm gonna tolerate.
But is that
in my circle.
something existing in my environment, or does that mean that I'm not tolerating it because I
I
don't
got what
tolerate
you're
it?
saying. I'm just
That I have
fucking
to
around.
stand up and then end it. To do it in a crowd full of people, do I gotta be the one because I don't tolerate that type of energy? Do I gotta be the one to walk over there and split them up? Does that mean I'm not tolerating? Because if you popping off, if I'm sitting at the park and some shit go down, I'm not tolerating it. And some shit popped off there. I didn't
Yeah.
plan it. I didn't get them niggas together to fight. I have nothing to do. It's something in the world, open world. If it's in my house, which is not, or if I have friends like that, which I don't, then that's one thing. I see what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're talking about. But
I hear what you're
nah,
saying too. I mean, neither one of us, we both right in a you know, I mean, correcting the two a fine line. It's a fine line there. I'm just fucking around. I'm just also saying that, you know, when you think that you got all those things, there's still work to be done. You know what I mean? Like you ain't
I mean, yeah.
on
I thought that
we
you did
ain't
when
all on
I thought you're dead when the work stopped. So that was an automatic given for me. I thought you
a
dead
what?
when that's the only time you stop learning.
I'm
Is when you
tolerating
dead.
that one braid keep on hitting you in the chin, man. Let that stop.
It look like I
It's
need
not
to. Is that the
negative though.
sunlight?
It's not
Because it look
Cut
like I
negative
need
that
to
though.
bitch
snatch that
away or something.
motherfucker.
That thing looks
It's
like
not.
it hurts.
It do hurt. That's why it's in one braid, and I don't get a whole bunch of shit done to my head. That do hurt. I'm tender on
Why
that.
the light shining through it though?
That's
You see how?
the background, shorty. That's the
Oh,
background.
okay.
You know,
Nigga, stop hitting
That
your chin.
hollow
Every time
braid.
it
He got
happens,
a
it throws
hollow
me off.
braid.
when I told you I was hitting on all the answers, I know I am the light. You see what I'm saying? But we are lights in the image of the light, so we have work to do still. You know what I mean? So even though I'm hitting on all of them, I ain't gonna get a big head and say, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm done." You know what I'm saying? I touched all of them. I'm in touch.
Oh
My
no, but
senses
I can
all
say
the
that
way.
I mastered all of them though. I can still
No,
acknowledge.
I
We
ain't
know
gonna
there's
go
more
there.
progress, but I can say that I
Well,
mastered those.
I ain't gonna say master because a master's never master if he's still alive. Everything's always evolving. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the mission is never done till you're dead. So the
Exactly.
master's
So
always excelling. That's why you the master. That's why
exactly.
you
So that's
mastered
not
it.
then it's not truly. I mean, it's just ahead of the game, nigga. It ain't true master because you don't know it all. You know, a master is God, the master of all masters that knows everything. You know what I mean? But I give it. I'm just pushing. You know, I like to push and play.
I can take the conversation. It doesn't. It's fine. I
You
like that
know.
people can talk about it.
Yeah,
Shit,
no
really,
shit.
and
I
know what I
mean, you
mean
know,
when they responding. So that I like that regardless. And
but
the
we
motherfuckers
love
be like, "What? What you mean?" That's when
But
you
we
got.
love
That's
that negativity though. You know what I'm saying? Like the negative sells. That's what it is. I mean, I ain't saying you, of course, but I'm just saying as a whole, as people like, you know, the niggas is walking around famous because they argue and bitch on the TV
what
Each
I
other.
do.
You
But
know?
when you try to turn your
Yeah.
around and walk
They
away,
like that. Yeah.
people think you're a punk and they try you even more. So what do you do then?
What?
Were you asking the question?
Right.
Do you
I
think
was
you're muted
answering,
or something?
no, I'm sorry. I was answering a question.
Oh, you reading out loud. You one of them. You reading yourself out loud in the middle of the
No,
show.
I'm
Okay.
talking into my
I thought I
phone.
respected.
Yeah, but your
I thought
mic
I
is not
respected
muted. I was
the
just you gotta remember to mute your mic before you, because I heard
We
you.
was
So
in the
now I
same
want to know what the
class.
fuck. Now I want to
We
know who
was
you was
in the
talking
same
to and
class,
what you was
nigga.
talking about and all that
He
shit.
was talking to
I was
AI.
talking to Louisa. She said, "No, you don't have to be a mediator." And the reason why I can see this because it's big on my phone and the background is black, dark,
Louisa
so
can put it
it
in the
stands
comment.
out. It says, "No, you don't have to be a mediator. Sometimes it's just walking away, or in my case, logging off. So no, you don't have to be a mediator. You walk away." And I was telling her, to keep the peace. You know, it takes two people to argue. So I was saying, what if you don't say nothing and you do walk away? I said, people look at that as you being a punk or a sign that you being weak.
Yeah.
They antagonize you even more.
Generally.
And you keeping your silence. Just because I don't say nothing don't mean that I ain't a ball and rage of hell. I'm just not saying nothing or
But
participating. That don't mean you weak.
but I don't think. Well,
That don't mean you weak.
a rolling ball of rage or whatever is going to show some signs of that eventually. But if you don't, then you
No,
don't.
that don't mean no, Trey. That
Yeah.
do not mean you can have a fight with you, but silence. Y'all think, oh, I'm easy, I'm a pushover, but I'm really not.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
that.
do a little bit.
I don't
You
think
know,
that at
a
all.
little bit.
What if you put in that
See,
work
Trey
already?
think but see, that's because you don't know me. So,
But check it out, though. If that people don't look at you always
and then
that way
people
out
would
there
continue to
because
try you because I'm silent, because I'm just like,
that's not
Nah,
what it is.
you silent at the wrong times, which is my problem.
What if you already put that work in? Like niggas know that I put that. If they see me on the block and I walk away from somebody running their mouth a youngin because I'll kill him out there or he'll kill. You know what I mean? It's gonna get to that. Then niggas know I ain't no punk. They like young and wild and shorty ain't trying to go down booking tonight. That's what the niggas would say. Now some dumb young niggas might say he a punk or he something like that, but everybody ain't gonna think you a punk because you walked away and when you already put that work in. A killer don't kill every time. You know
see,
what I'm
but the
saying?
problem is people don't see the work you put in because they're not around you. They don't know you. Knowing for somebody.
Well, then what's their opinion about you feeling like you're a punk?
And then you trying to be a different person. You're trying to be a peaceable person. Don't nobody know about. I had to go to anger management class. I had a really, really bad time, and I'm not trying to go back or let nobody get into that mental. So now I'm a cream puff because I choose to be. Now I'm quiet because I choose to be. Now because I had to control myself because I'm not going to jail for nobody to let my emotions get out of hand. I'm not starting no fight, no drama, no nothing. I'd rather walk away and live another day than get into some altercation or whatever.
You a punk now. Oh, you a punk now.
No, I'm smart. I'm not a punk now. What it is, I'm smart, but people don't let you be. They still jag. Let me be. If I walk away, let it be. That's the end of it. But people don't do that.
You can address things without snapping is the thing that I don't think people realize. Because I mean, staying quiet and staying silent is a no-go. Having the discernment to pick and choose what's worth it is one thing too. But also you got to realize if you're a magnet for the bullshit in the first place, you got to highlight everything if you really want to consider something and make change.
Why are you there? Why you keep having this shit around you? Why
Why
you
it keep
around people that
happening?
would look
I
at
said
you
that
as a
the other
punk?
day.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not supposed to be around people that are looking at you as a sucker because of a choice you made. So that's your law of attraction right there. You stuck in that shit in your head, and that's why you're physical and not changing around you because in your head you keep playing the same song.
Well, the thing for me is if you're letting the things around you affect you that much, then the problem isn't the things around you anymore. The problem becomes you.
Right.
Because just like for instance, I'm on here, I'm having fun, I'm having a great time. And if you can't see that I'm enjoying myself by fucking with you, and then you're really getting upset about it, in my opinion, then you have to look at yourself, because I'm no one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm no one. I should be no one, just like other people are no one to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What can I possibly say to JoJo that's going to make him so upset that he's going to go into some rage fit? If I have that capability, then you are the problem. It's not me, because I should never have that capability. You know what I'm saying? So when I bring this stuff out and I do the things that I do, I'm also doing them for that reason. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to realize that no one should have that capability to make you that angry over this conversation that you're going to, you know, threaten them and all this other kind of stuff. Come on. Like have more self-control in your life, that I should not matter to you. Just like, you know, whatever anybody says on here is not going to matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it moving. And the same thing for you, Reese, is that you got to realize that there's no reason for you to be upset at all, because none of this in the grand scheme of Reese should matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a great person, a great comedian, a great mother. I've had you on my show several times, as far as, you know, talking about the other aspects of yourself besides comedy. And the thing about it is that, you know, if you are all these great things and you believe them in yourself, then it doesn't matter what anybody else says. You know, if your man really exists, what does it matter that I don't think he does? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the simpleness of it all. Like, it doesn't matter. That's my opinion. I can believe that Funny Man's hair will never grow. He believes it will. You know what I'm saying? Like
he always catches strays.
These are the things that.
But Taylor, tell him he got that Hakuna Matata.
What does it matter that I don't believe his hair is not going to grow? What does it matter that every time JoJo's bead thing kept hit him in his chin, I thought it was like a ball sack smacking him in the face? What does that matter? JoJo ain't gonna care. He gonna keep his fucking braid. You know what I'm saying? Like who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Destiny said that I have the same receding hairline as David Man Green. We all know that's not true, but you know, it's her opinion. So there we go.
Yes, that's true. Now let me ask you a question as a host or a producer of your own show.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How would you feel if I came on your show, in your crowd, in your audience, when other people see this and throw daggers at you, and then you got other people looking like, what is this about? Who is that? Or what's that? Or you
what
got
daggers did I throw at you?
Catches strays. He always catches stray bullets.
What daggers did I throw at you? I'm confused.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm asking you as a content creator. You said it shouldn't bother me, but I'm on a platform. I'm trying to do something, and that does bother me, because it's the negativity that's brewing in the audience or the other people that's looking. I don't need false negativity.
What did I say that was negative?
Not you, Rodney. I'm giving you an example.
I'm trying to get
it. Metaphor.
Metaphorically, like, as an example.
Never mind. I'm done.
I'm asking for clarity.
You're so quick to be done. That's another problem I have too.
For clarity.
But I
thought you were. So I don't deal well.
Men just don't understand you, Reese.
I didn't understand what you were asking.
Because you have the platform dad mentality, she's using you as an example as being a host,
I got you. And what do you mean? What
somebody so you got a heckler that's carrying your show.
I've had hecklers.
Yeah, I come in there.
You got somebody in the comments that she said tearing at her, ripping at her, opening that band-aid that she said she dropped yesterday.
But I would look at that as a me problem. That's my problem. That's not the person in the comments problem. That's my problem. My problem is in the same thing I just said to you is that
I don't want to hear her name, please.
None of that.
I just want to conduct the show,
But
And
she
and
also
it's,
saying
to the
you
that
know,
show.
she's also saying she's putting out this. She's looking to her presentation of what she's out here presenting to the people, and then you got somebody throwing the exact opposite right in your show in the comments. Like, it's not like they can interrupt through a verbal thing, but
because
it's
I
the
can't
sign.
even see
It's
the
the
comment.
sign, and it's the sign in the background of ESPN that they don't want there, and they say, "Hey, move that shit." You know what I'm saying? But you still saw the sign, but you didn't hear nothing. So they tearing you down any way they can. And I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just giving you what she was saying. Like,
No,
what would
I
you
get what she's
do
saying,
if
but
you
you're
got
always
caught?
going to have that. No matter how, and the more successful
Uh-huh.
you become, the more you're going to
Uh-huh.
have.
Or you don't get it,
Yeah,
right?
there's
Okay,
no show that does not have bad comments.
and
Even
how
the
do
best,
you handle that?
you
Move on.
you don't give
Okay,
it
look,
power.
I made an
Reese,
example.
Hold
I
on,
got an
you don't
example
give
for
it power. Hold
everybody.
on, real quick, Trey. Hold on, real quick, please, just so I can answer her question. You don't give it power. You
Right.
take it, like, for me, when people do things that I don't like, I usually turn it and make a joke about it and turn it into, I take that power and make it into my own power. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you don't give it its own power. Like,
Right.
if you have that person, like, I have had comments. I had comments on one of the best shows that we did, and it was negative, and it didn't make sense, but it was a negative comment, and I just asked the questions. You know what I'm saying? And then when I saw that the person is just delusional, then you just stop giving them power. It's that simple. When
Right.
you just once, because there's people out here that are delusional. Like, they're not looking at it through any kind of thing that makes sense. So once you realize that, then you have to cut it out and you have to not give it power. And they can keep on commenting, but you know that person is not on the same frequency that you are on.
Exactly.
So therefore, it shouldn't get. But the thing about it is, you can't let them suck that energy out of you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, Reese, I love your energy on the show. You know, I've been a fan since day one. I've supported any and everything you've done, and I don't sit here and I don't say I come on here. Now, I'm saying it now, but this ain't something that I come on here and be like, yeah, I'm Reese's biggest fan, even though I am in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit there and make it into this big thing. Like, Reese, you owe me. You better send me the link or some bullshit like that. Blah, blah, blah. Typity, type. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just a thing for you, Reese, that you have to not give it power. You
Reese,
can't let it affect you in this show.
Watermelon and cantaloupe and hydrate yourself. You too dry.
And I do. I ignore it, and I can't see it anyway. I ignore it. But some, but then you looked at like, oh damn, she letting all this go down in her show. What's going on?
What's going
I
down?
don't know.
I mean, every time I come on,
I can't see half of the stuff. So
well, every time I watch the show and JoJo mentions dandelions, I want to slit my fucking throat. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna like everything.
When you say Carnival Steakhouse.
Yeah,
You know
exactly. So I mean, like I said, everything ain't for everybody, and everything ain't going to be. Everybody's not going to like everything all the time. You know what I'm saying?
This is what Louisa said. She said, it doesn't matter what people think of you. It doesn't matter what they say about you. Those who know you in real life, not virtually reality, will ignore those comments. You have to be the one to ignore them as well. I do.
Okay, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Question.
How do you tailor with a show that didn't truly have a code, right? Or how things are supposed to be done, how you expect it to be done, blah blah blah.
Still don't
If you
have
never
a code,
really,
right?
I know it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
So right. So how do you? I wouldn't open my mouth to say too much of anything if I didn't have ground rules for nothing. That's like having kids come to your house to spend the night and you watching them or babysitting them, but you ain't do what y'all want, but don't do that because I don't like that.
But don't do that afterwards. You mean
Right.
after
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
all
saying. Like
they
after
already
all
there,
that.
you told them everything
Yeah.
can go, and then when everything
Right.
goes, then you start
How'd you do
picking out
that?
things and going, okay, well everything go except for this. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then well everything can go,
Right.
and then 2 weeks later, but except for
Right.
this.
Right.
You know,
So
I get what I mean, but yeah, I mean. But it's still a show. She can do whatever the fuck she want. But you can
of course
always,
you
you
can,
know, say,
but I'm
you
just
can have that
wondering.
power too.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, of course, but I'm just
Have that
wondering.
power as
Like,
well.
I was just wondering, does it take negative things to happen for the tone to be set? Like,
No,
why was
I
it
mean,
never really?
but
Why
just
was
be
it never
honest
really?
about it, Reese. If you don't like something and you don't want that in the show or whatever the case may be, and you're changing it, say, you know what, this is my show. I feel that this is not what I want us to do. This is not what Beast. Okay, Beast. If you called me today and you was like, all right, Beast, after today, I don't want you to say shit about Aquarius. I would say, okay, I won't. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, my life does not revolve around that at all. You know what I'm saying? Just like when at one point in time I was told not to bring up David Funny Man Green eating ass. And then I didn't for a while.
David, you need a bulletproof vest.
Then David Man told me he didn't care. He didn't care.
He catching everything he shoot today. You just need a vest on. I'm gonna get you something.
Then he told me he didn't care. But the sad thing is when he told me he didn't care, I didn't care anymore. So I never brought it back up. It's been months since I brought up that he eats ass. But just in case, ladies, you didn't know, he does eat ass.
Except for today.
But I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. I still love you, David. You know, David, I love you, brother.
No matter how much
I'm
ass you eat, you still a friend, a pal.
Yeah. You know, I never share a toothbrush with you, but you know.
Is the comment saying anything? All I see is
Ooh, I see number 46 on mine. I don't know what y'all see.
Dandelions and Lordy. I don't know. This is like
Dandelions.
Sarah at the end of the labyrinth. You have no power over me. There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The labyrinth. Jesus,
that song
Christ.
gotta be set.
And this is the tone
I
of
don't
the
think
show.
you
We
were
expect, we laugh, we joke, but at the end of the day, make sure your joke or you're getting to somebody isn't really grinding their gears. Respect and love one another. That's
just
not fair. I thought that come honest.
Where's the line at? Because when somebody says something, and they don't use cuss words or call you anything derogatory,
there you go.
and they just make a statement, how do you?
But here's the problem with that statement, Reese, is I'm not in charge of how somebody takes my joke.
Right.
I'm not in charge of that. For instance, the only thing I said about Aquarius is that I don't believe her. That is not that what does that have to do with her personally? I didn't call her out her name. I didn't say anything. I just said I don't believe you have this man that you say you have. That is my decision. That is my choice. I can choose to believe her or not to believe her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't say anything about her personally. I said that she comes on here, she's told stories about her man, correct? I didn't ask for those stories. Those stories were shared. Now, I also have the right to say, I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Now, just like when, what was his name? The white dude. What was his name again? Damien used to come on here and tell stories.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe him. I would say, I don't believe you. Therefore, and then if they get mad, that's not my fault. That is my perception. You know what I'm saying? Like, my perception is, I don't believe you. I don't believe that every time we mention about something, her man is fucking her somewhere. Like, I don't believe that. That is not true. Just like I don't believe that Damien was giving out Thanksgiving turkeys and giving the same story that KJ and what you call it, Kane and stole the next day. I didn't believe it. So therefore, and the same thing. I don't believe that Funny Man's hair will go back. You know what I'm saying? So I can say that. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that Funny Man eats ass. Do I know? I wasn't there. So therefore, I can say that. So all these things are my opinions.
Right.
I'm not stating no facts. I'm not saying anything directly derogatory about you. I'm saying that you shared this story and I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. That's it. Just like I can share a story and anybody here can say they don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know, and LA Josh Preston has done that where he said, show receipts. And I believe that.
He
And
said
that's
that
all
on
I'm
everything.
saying.
Damn, she just.
Hey, I don't believe Beast get his dick sucked. She
Oh,
got
I can get a receipt on that.
Damn.
I got a receipt for that, Destiny. You
I
gotta believe that
don't
shit.
believe Beast is on the diet.
Okay, well, I never said that.
Nah, I think a lot of people don't really get Beast's humor. You know, like I got cousins like Beast, so I know he's just being funny, cracking jokes. You know, but for some people that don't know him, they probably call it gaslight. You know, that's like me and Trey get into an argument, and Beast come in the middle, like, "Oh, Trey's about to knock your ass out." He one of them type niggas. You know, but he joking. You know, but for some people don't say it, like, why you keep going? Like, let it go.
Yeah.
Don't get them started. You know, because the day before they saying how intense me and Trey was. And Beast like that with anything. You know, like you showed them Chow video. All that, man, that joint was like that. Beast somehow found dust in the back. Like, look at that joint, dirty as shit. You know, it's like, you never going to see nothing.
You noticed
good
the
in
hole
this
in your
thing.
pillow and
You
shit.
gonna find something funny. Yeah, and it was funny. You know, it's like, we know he still got love for Chow. But for people who don't know him, be
Nothing
like,
but
God
love.
damn, he always got something negative to say.
Hey,
It's like, nah,
I
he
remember
always
when they
got
thought
something
me and
funny
Molly
to say.
was fighting. And me and Molly didn't know. We was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, huh? You know, because I was going back with him. I knew it's him. And he was like, y'all, you and Beast need to chill out. I'm like, what? What are they talking about?
Yeah.
You know, like, you know,
It's
so I get
right.
it. For
It's
people who
love
don't,
there.
man, it's just love and jokes.
It's love at the end of the day, right? It's love there. But
Well,
when you ain't got that love there,
But opinion you don't like is like, just it's simply being opinions you don't like is not enough.
no. It's okay. You can have your opinions. People are entitled to do that. But when you start picking and poking, not your opinion,
Fight
just,
back, shoot back.
you know,
Like I said in the comments
that's
on Josh
it.
show, fight back, shoot back. I said that like 6,
Yeah,
7,
to
8,
take it
9,
on
10, 11
another.
times.
I know
Shoot
you
back.
said fight back, shoot back.
This is my job to fry
why
your
do I
ass
gotta
up. So
fight?
do your best work.
What
Yeah,
am I
Because it's your
fighting
job. Because you
That's
got
like a
hired to do
comedian
so.
getting heckler. I would never heckle a
Hey.
What am I
comedian at
fighting
his show.
for?
That's the worst thing you can do is heckle a comedian because they can flip it around and make you
Exactly.
the joke of the show. So it's like when I see comedians get upset about certain things, it
I'll be
bothers
like,
me because it's like you got to turn that into jokes. You know, y'all supposed to be the ones that supposed to be able to have this humor and
fuck
keep it
that
classy.
old lady.
But
I ain't thinking about her.
sometimes, you know, they lose character. We see it sometimes from the top ones, you know, like I can't take enough of this shit, you know. But I think the good always gonna come with the bad. You gotta learn how to balance it, but
Man.
don't hold on
I
too much
promise
to
I
the
will
bad.
never lose character on my podcast or anybody else's podcast. If
I
somebody
ain't gonna
says something
promise
negative,
that because
I promise
you
I
don't
will.
never
If
know
somebody
what
says something
contradicts
negative in the
somebody.
comments, I don't care, man.
But,
It don't
but
matter.
that's why I said I can't see the comments. You can stay, play, roll up, stroll up, whatever in there, but you're not coming on my platform with me. That's what I said, and I don't think I was wrong about that. That's how I feel.
Yeah. And it's
Well,
your
you didn't
platform.
verbalize it to the end, is my point. She was already blocked by the time you actually verbalized that she's not coming on your show. Because you asked this in the back room. You know, who invited her.
Now I don't
She
know
not
who that
brought
is.
from the show. She just brought from my personal page, not the Morning Mac page, but just my personal page.
Hey, Destiny.
So that's the difference, right?
Come here,
I
baby.
never blocked nobody from the show.
Oh, she in green. So now you look invisible. Destiny wants to know if I actually get my dick sucked.
Sag it up.
Why? I don't know. They don't believe I do. They think I'm, I don't know. They think I'm backed up. I told them I unloaded radiation in you this morning. Well, tell them, please
Put
let
it
them
on the
know.
docket.
Put it on the docket. I show proof.
Why?
Because this is a chick on here named Aquarius to say her husband or so-called imaginary boyfriend do all this amazing shit. And I told them that this nigga don't exist. And now she's upset with me and she don't believe that I get my dick sucked. Well, her and Destiny, sorry.
Well, I don't know why they feel so bad.
Just say you suck my dick and move on.
Just say you suck.
Come on. Yeah, it's like she eating this sandwich right here. That's exactly what she's doing with my dick.
Eating it up.
Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. All right, well, I guess I'm done. We good? You want to say it? Because Destiny still said my head is the all.
Sorry, V.
Used to call me Jawbone.
There you go. You heard it? He said
This
they
is
used to
Freaky
call her
Friday.
jawbone.
This is freaky.
The middle.
Oh,
Work the middle.
You know what I'm
oh
saying?
Lord
They
have
used to call
mercy.
her jawbone. That's what I'm talking about. I remember you.
Oh
I remember
gosh.
you, girl. Used to call you jawbone. That's
Yeah.
Reese. That's in Shades of Blue.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said that statement's in Shades of Blue.
Yeah. For real.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
funny as shit. That's funny as shit.
Rodney, I love you, Rodney. You a character.
Uh-huh.
I love you
love
too,
you.
Reese. It's all good. You know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll move
Blindsided
on.
that because the only reason I found out you blocked me from my personal page was because Louisville told you I wanted to reach out to you. I mean,
Nope.
told her that you wanted to reach out. So she was already blocked. There was no reconciliation. I thought we already realized that yesterday. There was no reconciliation when her
I
already
was
being
blocked
blocked.
after Friday's show. Do y'all remember what happened Friday?
Yeah, but
so Aquarius
you remember?
actually did some shit on your show. This is what this is about. I was still lost. I had no idea. All right, I guess I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
when I
but
was
when-
talking with her, I
when
had no
somebody's-
clue that there was like history or some shit or something going on.
Ain't no history. This
But I
recent.
didn't know. It ain't no. I don't know her. It's
Well,
a
that's what I'm
stranger
saying. I'm
coming
just
up.
saying I don't want her to think what I'm doing has anything to do with you. I had no idea about none of this shit. What I'm doing is totally me. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking believe
That's
it.
ownership
So-
like shit.
Thank you.
Totally.
Yeah,
man.
because
Next thing you know, they'll be like,
I didn't know there was
Reese and
something else
Rodney,
there.
da, da, da.
I had
Thank
no
you.
idea,
Thank
so I'm
you.
sorry about that. Aquarius, me fucking with you is because A, you respond, and B, because I find it hilarious, and C, because I still don't believe you at the end of the day. So let's just move on. There we go. But I didn't know there was something between her and Althea. I had no clue. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm catching up. My
Leave it to
bad.
die until it happened, and then once it happened, I was like, you know what? No, thank you.
All right,
That's
well.
why. That's why. You know, you walk away, you don't say nothing, but then you still getting bombarded with shit, and I'm like, oh, it's
Oh, go ahead.
tiresome.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm muting.
And that's when you
You
was
all right?
blocked on Friday. What was Friday's date? Friday
Well,
was
I think she can figure out what Friday was. It don't matter.
and that was after the show on April the 4th. My aunt sit right there, and the other people like this, like, show me how to block the shit. That's why it was blocked, because it was you know, just like, okay, no thank you.
Man, she got blocked and still showed up. Her life that sad. My bad.
She's not blocked from the show. She just, I don't have to be nobody's friend for them to enjoy the show or whatever. Because a lot of people probably hate my fucking guts.
I'm sorry.
But
That was
still
me. That was
like
me
to participate
gaslighting.
on the show.
That was
That
me
don't mean
gaslighting. I'm gonna stop. My wife has now told me I need to stop.
Please. Yeah, I don't have to be nobody's friend to participate and you know,
On to
that's
the next subject.
you know.
Hey, Bolly, pull up a video, Bolly.
No, I got something
Yeah, I
I
don't
want
give
to
a
show.
fuck about this
is
shit. I want to
from-
move the fuck on. I want to hear
This
some
is
other
from my
shit.
friend.
Damn, I'm gonna go to the tobacco store. I'll be back. Shit.
We good. We good. I'm trying.
This
Vicky's
is from
doing
my
something.
friend. I'm pulling this up. Molly, can
Go
you
get
pull
some
this?
papers.
Pull this out. Let me-
Sons.
Okay. Here we go.
First true love. A son, especially that first son, is a mother's last true love. A mother
All right, y'all.
is
That
a
was
son's
me
first
supporting
true
my
love.
baby DJ B, man. That was his flyer about the upcoming Mother's Day show that's going to be at the Baltimore Cultural Arts Center. And y'all saw who's going to be on there. Sweet Baby Keita, Barbie Brooks, I think that was her. And the Gwen Factor, our very own Gwen Factor. And that's going to be on Baltimore on Mother's Day. I can't see the date. That's messed up. I can't see the date to the flyer. I got to make it real big. But I'm pretty sure we got that flyer, Molly? I don't know. Did they check out?
It's nah, I'm here. I don't know. Molly just showed the thing. He'll show. I guess he'll pull it up in a second.
Oh, okay. So that was me playing the video, by the way.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Molly, do we have the flyer up?
Which one?
For the show, B-Man show in May. The
Nah, I
Mother's
ain't
Day
got
show.
nothing about Big Man. Nah, I don't have no fly about Big Man.
Okay. That from the
All right,
video
well.
that I just
Let me see.
But
Well, Aquarius, if you want to come to Dad Mentality, we'll be on Monday. This Monday at 7:00. You can definitely come through. Join me. Had a conversation on there. You know, I won't be talking about your imaginary boyfriend on there. We'll move on. That's my last one. David Green. We're gonna talk about something different now. What we're gonna talk about?
yeah, we're gonna talk about David. What you got to say? Molly say his piece. Then I'm ready to end the show.
I'm sorry.
You didn't do nothing. Ain't nobody do nothing. You didn't do.
You just sound so deflated. I want that happy Reese energy.
I am happy, and I am, doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm working on things. Nobody can see it, but when it show up and when it manifests, I just want everybody to be on board and support it.
I'm on board. I'm on board.
I'm trying to work with some stuff for the Morning Mac show and the crew. That I am.
I like the fit today. It looks way better than the church lady theme you were going with on Tuesday or whatever that was.
That was just a new look. I want to get back into the improv and doing some other stuff, and hopefully we can get back doing that soon. And skits and all that good stuff, and right along with the comedy. I just want to love and be peaceful, and move forward no matter who you are. My thing is I'm protecting my peace. So like last night, Molly said, don't look, because I was going to make everything big and read. And Molly, and that's him being a friend and protecting my inner peace. He said, don't look, it's going to make you mad, so don't look. So you know what I did? I didn't look. Now what was said, I don't know, because I didn't look, because I believed in what he said. He said, and at that time, I think he was protecting my inner peace. So, and that's how I gotta be. I can't have see, and it's a good thing because I don't need to see everything. So no matter what people think or how people feel, or they may say I say stuff at the wrong time or the right time, it don't matter. It don't matter. I say stuff because I love people. Like say if me and Molly was having an argument, I would say stuff to him because I love him. But a stranger, I can be silent. If I don't know, I can, and just like smooth, because you're a stranger. But when you my friend, I'm gonna say something or speak on something because you're my friend. Did that make sense what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What's up, Chow?
Chow, about what he said. I can't even.
Nah, he just said that I'm back. I don't know what just happened to my camera. My wife just knocked my camera out, so
I can't even. While on StreamYard, Molly, I can't see no comments or nothing. I can't even make anything big.
That's just from lack of practice.
No, I'm telling you, the StreamYard line. Like Molly, if you call and you see, I don't see nobody comments, and I hit the little comment button, it got something up here. Important notice, learn something. StreamYard is, and see, make your stream public to see comments. My stream is public.
I didn't print, right? Is that print?
No.
You mean all this time, Molly? I wasn't public.
Download it first, then try to print.
Yes.
I believe so. You comment on the show, didn't you?
I did. So how did they say I'm not public?
And you is public.
They said make your StreamYard public.
That's probably your Pornhub. Probably it's probably another site up. Like a
Oh,
fact.
Make your stuff public if you want to see the comments.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. My bad.
I don't know why it's saying that. I can see the comments.
Yeah, I can see the comments.
Yeah, funny man. You missed though. We was talking about telepathy. We was talking about, frequency and vibrations. How you need to be living on a high vibration. But a lot of people stuck on low vibration. That's why I just, try to get around them certain people and raise their vibration, but it could drain you, sometimes. That's why people like violence. That's why people like to stir shit up and keep shit going. They like that vibration. It keeps them going. It feeds them, so they constantly do it over and over. And I'm okay with that. I just don't get into that, too much. I don't let it bother me, and that's when you're good. Like you say, you get off this show, everything. The show over with. You got the rest of your life to deal with. Can't have this linking around. You still worrying about the show. Only thing I look back at the show is the good comments. The good things that happen. What can we take from the show and add to the show? But some people take the negative. And that's why I tell people anything you do, don't hold on to the negative. I don't care what it is. You was playing sports, anything. A lot of people hold on to miss shots. You're gonna miss shots. Just remember you can make them too. So that's what I'm on. So even after this show, I'm be more focused on what positive things can come out of this, and I ain't gonna be talking about this happening. We need to do that. That's just low energy. A lot of people don't know it. By even talking about it, keep bringing it up. That's low energy, and that's the whole show is about.
But I will set a boundary.
So we gotta raise it.
I will set apart.
There's no setting boundaries, Reese.
No. I'm talking about for the show. What did Trey said? I don't think nobody ever crossed the line on the show. Even with me and Woo Boo, I don't think he be in the comments all the time yelling and cussing at me. Oh, Reese, you lying, stop lying, because that's the and they was like, well, he just doing this in the show, but that's my brother, and I know he loved me, and I love him. And after the show, y'all don't be me and him laughing and talking. He's like, oh, you bag of rocks, and I call him Stinky Woo Boo. We joke back and forth. That's what we do. And when he was like, oh, she lying, he's playing. And see it
don't matter if he sees it.
No, I'm just saying.
It don't matter either way. Either way, it don't matter.
Like JoJo, they think stuff is disrespectful.
No, but it hurts the point that when you don't know a person, why does it should bother you at all? If it's your brother, your family, if they say shit and it don't bother you, why motherfucker you don't know at all bother you?
That part don't bother me, but when
does.
But when you dragging me from show to show, I'm like, why
my brother? If he wasn't your brother,
what
why
does it
wouldn't
matter?
it be okay?
That's that female thing. I think.
Yeah,
Molly.
I think
I don't understand that at all. It don't matter. Like she can go on anybody's show and talk about me. That's good publicity for me.
But
like,
you know what?
The thing about it is,
if you right, then go ahead. If you right, but if you talking about
you're wrong too.
It's better if they wrong. What are you talking about, Reese? Because here's the thing: no matter what somebody says about you, right? If they're saying something wrong, like for instance, if anybody came on here and was like, Ronnie's an asshole, he's the son of a bitch, he's only concerned about himself and this, that, and the other. Guess what? Guess how surprised people are going to be when they really find out that ain't it. That person is retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand what you're dealing with. Like today, like for instance, for and I'm being honest with you, and I didn't know this was a whole thing, but like for Aquarius to come on here and say this bitch is delusional. Okay. Yeah. Now for her to do that, that lets anybody with common sense understand that she is delusional. Because why would you come on? You didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? To resonate that. Just like Slicky Woo Boo, when he came on, remember when we first started together, got on here the same thing. I fried Slicky Woo Boo every single second I had to do it because, because he answered, and that gives you more comments and more, just like if I talked about, and then after a while, it's over with. I'm done. I moved on. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Slicky have no issues. We see each other in the street, we're gonna hug each other. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, but you know, I'm still gonna say he's illiterate. I'm still gonna say that he only knows how to write in caps because that shit's true. You know, but I mean, what does it matter? What does it matter? Like none of that matters. And the more things that she says negative about you, when people find out the truth, it's going to put you in a great.
And that's why I was being quiet and not giving it no power. Then everybody was like, "Oh, why you not saying nothing? Why you not even gonna clap back?
You
You're
gotta
not even gonna
address
do that."
it. It ain't really
But you gotta address it. You
like
can't.
Kevin Samuels, all they did in his comments, girls going on him. You stupid mother effer. He addressed it. Then women come on there, he talk with them.
What is there to address?
Imagine if he never invited the negative people that talked about him in his comments on his show. His whole show was talking to women that hated him. And he, after the show, the conversation, they understand like he ain't the guy who I thought he was. And that's what people starting to miss. Charleston White is not light. A lot of people hate him. And he love it because the more you hate him, they gonna listen to him. Then eventually like, dang, he ain't as crazy as I thought. You know, you heard what he said about, and it is weird. So now if we get people in our comments that hate what you say or hate what we say, and you like, oh, we need to block this person, they're not allowed on the show. No, let them on. If you think this is right, show me. Tell me why you think what I'm saying is wrong. We supposed to be a place with freedom of speech. We don't want to censor nobody. Let me know how you feel. You know, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about how you feel. You know, we don't know each other. At least we can get to know each other by dialogue or something. But we ain't really on here fighting. We don't even know each other. We ain't even saying each other. But to go back and forth with people in the comments, that's what we want. We don't want to tell them go away. So now people in the comments, I can't say that because the last person said something like that. She blocked them. You know, they couldn't come on the show.
Y'all getting that block stuff mixed up. On the show,
we go live on your page, Reese, meaning that they can't watch the show on your page.
They could go on the Morning Mac Show page. They don't have to do nothing on my personal page.
You can block them from there too. Just people, period. You got fan base. It's gonna be ones that like. You think people don't follow Trump that hate Trump?
No, my personal. I don't want the negativity. I don't want it on my personal page. I just I never tell nobody. You'll come to my show. Don't do this or don't do that. You can stay in the comments and do whatever you want. You in the comments.
What's the purpose of blocking somebody?
What you
they
say?
Can still put the comments in there. What's the point of blocking them? You don't like the comments that they put in.
I can't even see it. But
so that means you go on your phone and go watch it. Because we start reading the comments for you out loud, and I tell you don't go back on your phone. You going back to look for negative comments. There'd be so many good ones on there. He said, "Oh, such and such came on." He was like, "We got to focus on the good comments." Why we never mention about the good comments?
That's all those on my phone is good comments because it's from Weezy.
Let's talk about them.
And see, and I read it. The positivity.
Funny man, my bad. You trying to say
what
something?
You say, David?
I understand. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like personally or whatever like that. No, but when you're doing like a platform or a show or something like that, no, sometimes negativity is needed for ratings or whatever. You know what I mean? A good example, you don't sit there and watch the stories and stuff like God and light and stuff and all for all the positive junk. It's the climax, it's the fights, the this and everything and all that entices you know what I mean?
Like baddies. This ain't baddies. I want people to watch and laugh and enjoy and come away with something like, ooh, like burning something.
I'm laughing. You can still do all that in the middle of it. I don't know. I think today was a great show. We had conflict. We had good conversation. We talked about a lot of great things. You know what I'm saying? To me, the conversation between Aquarius is just like the weather. Like sometimes you still have your show, but it's raining outside. You know, you still have your show if it's snowing. That this shit don't matter. It's a factor there, but it don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? I feel that the conversation was had. In between the conversations, I throw a couple jabs. You know what I'm saying? We keep it moving, but the conversation was still had. So,
I just don't like people judging people.
It's still going to be had because that didn't stop nothing.
That's what I
It's
said.
nothing
Yeah.
to stop. Nothing. She's not
But it
blocked
sound
enough, but she still comes on, comment. She come on, even fight with you or whoever she want. I ain't blocked nobody from nothing. So you're welcome to come on and do what you do. I ain't blocked nobody. Did that stop nothing? No. This is my personal private page.
you don't have a private page. You're a public figure.
Well, I mean, you know, on my
No, you're not listening. I don't know.
page, but on
You
our
are a public
page.
figure. You are a public figure, Reese, which means you do not have a private page. You don't.
Okay, I don't have a private page.
No,
but I
you
don't have
don't.
to entertain certain nonsense on my page.
You
So
don't. You don't.
that is fine.
You
I don't
don't.
have to.
If somebody tagging you in your page or posting you and shit, like look at this motherfucker, it makes sense. Or inboxing you, then yeah, it makes sense. But on the show, it don't to me.
Right.
Not if you try and build a fan base, like
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's a million people follow Trump that don't like him. You know, they're not following him
Probably
because
more than
this and
that.
that. Like, and he not gonna turn it down. You know, there's a lot of people that follow certain teams and certain things that they might not like everybody.
Right.
But it's like we're gonna get those. That's what I don't want it to become a habit that if we start to grow and there's people in the comments that you don't agree with, that you block them from your personal page because this is your show. So if the person don't like them, they don't like the show. They don't care if Marley, Trey, and Beast, they don't want to support you. You know, so if you keep out here like, oh, I don't like that, I'm gonna block them because I don't like what they say. I'm gonna block them. They're gonna not support the show and might start advocating to other people not to do so. I mean, I know
Marley,
you probably wouldn't care, you know, but I just like we need the negative and the positive comments. Let them in, and it ain't like all her comments was negative. It just y'all holding on to just the negative ones that one day, but not all
let me
the
ask you a question.
3 months before
Has
that with all the
anything
good
stopped her?
comments.
Has anything stopped her from commenting? No.
Yeah.
But what am I doing? What stopped her?
No, I'm saying you can't see the comments. That so it don't matter, you know. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So we gotta just keep it going, you know. So for you to
Exactly.
know what comments you don't like, that means you going on it and you looking for ones you don't
No,
like.
it means it's being
Respond
read
to the
to
ones
me.
that's good.
Well, you should be happy. No, you should be happy, Reese,
Yeah,
that
you
I
should be
was getting
happy.
her all upset today. Here's the great news. She gonna every time I'm on the show, she gonna be watching the show because she worried about if I said something. So you know that's all
But
I'm
you
worried.
always
That's all
gonna
I
say
care about.
something, so
You know what I'm saying? The same thing about Slicky, Slicky Woo Boo. Even though I know he watched others for that, but I'm just saying, yeah, he threatened my family and everything too. Remember that?
What the hell?
Yeah.
Slicky.
Nothing
I just
happened,
want people to get
Slicky.
back on the show and the topic, you know, because
Yeah,
now
the
it's
fuck
like every
it,
time we
let the
show a
topic
video
go.
or a topic, we don't talk about the topic no more because somebody brings something up because of a comment or something like that. They don't not just ignore it and keep it moving. You know, it's no different than a heckler. You're not going to stop your set and be like, hold on, that person bothering me. And know what? Every time I have a show, I need to make sure this person is not around. They might pop up everywhere you go. You got to continue your set. You got to continue
right.
the show. Skip out, and then at the end of the show, you might can address it. But during the show, we be addressing a lot of stuff that slows down the show, and we'll forget what the topic was. You're like, damn, what were you talking about again? Some people didn't even get to speak on the topic, so it's like we need to get back to what got people viewing the show and liking the show. Is we talking about certain topics and we reading their comments about the topic. If it ain't about the topic we talking about, let's just skip across it.
Agree. I agree. You ain't got no
Still had a
pushback
good show
from me,
today.
do you?
I thought it was a great show. I enjoyed myself. I'm gonna get when I get off the show, I'm going to sleep good.
Well, I'm the Black Power Whisperer. Okay, Kenny. That sounds like a stage name for a stripper, but you know,
You're a Black Power Whisperer.
yeah.
I'm about to hop on this war zone. That's what I'm trying to get on. About to have me a good time. I don't know. I might. Oh, by the way, April 22nd, Molly and Reese, y'all gonna be there for the new episode of the Knox.
The Knox.
Yeah. So it's coming out April 22nd, 8 o'clock.
Is that next week? That's next.
About 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
2 weeks from now. We'll be there on Tuesday. I'm gonna do a special episode like we did before, and we get to watch it. David Funny Man Green, I think you work at night, right?
I was about to say, you more than invited. Aquarius, if you want to come check out the Knox, you're definitely welcome on there. They got hood chicks on there too. So, you might enjoy yourself. But well, see, that's what I mean by Reese. You got to take the power away from that person. Just keep on, like, once you irritate, you take that power where she can make a comment and then you make a joke back at her. It's just like when you're on stage. Sometimes you have to address the heckler. I can't even say the word. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and ignore them and not act like they're not there. You know what I'm saying? Address it. Address the things that's being said about you, or either address the fact you don't give a shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Address the fact that if that person has such a problem with you, like I said, I was like, "There, you blocked her, and she got such a problem. She's still on the show." That shows you how much of a life that person doesn't have. You know what I'm saying? So you should feel sympathy.
She's not blocked.
Well, either way, you should feel sympathy for the fact that even though they want that attention and this, that, and the other, and I gave it to her I was doing it because I knew that would get her to write more and more comments and do all that kind of stuff. And the fact that, like I said, tomorrow she's going to be watching the show just to see if I mention her again, because if you can't tell by how she talks, she's clearly concerned with herself and she wants that attention. So, this is good. And tomorrow, I won't say nothing about her, just for the fact that that's going to drive her crazy. Everything I say is going to think it's about them. See, that's the way my mind thinks and how I deal with situations and people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a problem with me, we can address it right on my show. We can go right on my show and talk about anything you want to. But you think you won't get fried, you will, because the people that know me and watch my show know who I am and know how I am and know what I'm about. That I'm actually a good damn person. I'm a great father, a great husband, a great friend, and that I do a lot of things that I don't let people know I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I support people, organizations, and things like that. So, it is what it is. Hold on, I'm watching from my dusty base, see? And that's the kind of love, like, shout out, I love it, but yeah. But also people know that I get jealous about my Reese, and I don't like the fact that all these people get their commercials played, but mine didn't get played. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. We have your commercial, but we told you Molly couldn't get it because he said you have to turn it the long way or something. It's three of them. It's on there. And he can't pull it off of Facebook. You supposed to send something directly to him, just like they did. Was you not?
Well, Molly? Like I said, that don't mean I can still be angry about it. Just because it's my fault don't mean I can't be angry.
You can still send it to Molly.
I'm joking.
And when you send it, we're gonna play it because we love you like that.
Don't be watching from my dusty basement.
Slicky said, "What happened with that? I missed." I tell you, Slicky.
You ain't missed nothing, Slicky. But I mean, it's all a part about being in the public, man. You can't let none of this stuff bother you. And like I said, don't ever apologize either, man. Get that out your wardrobe. Take that out your hosting joint. Take that completely out. Don't apologize to nobody. I stand on business. Even if you wrong, you stand on that joint. Like you mean it. Like you meant every word of it. You know what I'm saying? So don't get that out of it.
That's my first video. Get a Snapchat mode.
Yeah, like when Trey was saying, Beast is shooting at you and everything, you're gonna need a bulletproof vest or something like that. No. I was like, no, I don't, because I have thick skin. You know what I mean? Like I know good and well I don't got no.
We heard when you get off.
I know I don't have no white money down in the basement, you know what I mean? And
shut up right there. I'll feed you in an hour.
But
yeah. See, there you go. That's how you take it and make the joke out of it. There you go, right there. I got it.
Okay.
Nah. He ain't use a real name though. It's probably Becky.
With the good hair.
Yeah. Him and Chowbout got one in the same. That's the basement dungeon right there. That's why she ain't at your house. She at Chowbout house. Y'all got like a storage unit or some bullshit full of white women. No.
But Molly, I got you.
I
I'm
got that
good.
Static Shock. That's probably
I'm
mine.
good. We all
Like,
all's
I think
well.
that's is that Trey walking?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was Trey. See?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was that sound. Static Shock.
Yeah. Trey out
Nah,
there
I just
walking
want
in the. It was
everybody
nice
get them.
outside. Made me want to go out there. How everybody
The
know what
sound
we
of my,
doing?
the sound of the
Oh,
wind blowing in the phone case. This in case it's the phone, because it's waterproof, so I take it off when I'm at
yeah,
home and talking to y'all so y'all can hear me.
Yeah, it's
you gotta
stereo.
leave and come back in. You got the computer,
Got
that
the
computer
robot.
You
robot sound.
He says
vibrating,
the
Yeah,
boy. You
case. He says the
vibrating too
case.
much.
vibrating.
What frequency you
I don't know
vibrating
what
in?
frequency he on. He ain't on our frequency.
It's bad.
Chowbow said, yeah, he got a free. Yeah, all right, there we go. Chowbow said he be having two in there at a time in his basement, getting the dust on their back and knees. I can tell you that. That's exactly what his basement looked like. It looked like he'd be like, put the lotion on your skin or get the hose again.
Oh
You know what I'm
shit!
saying?
Is that better now? You still hear the same shit?
Yeah,
You said
same
sound
shit.
like Ultron. Let me see if I can fix your mic. There we go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that fixed it. Damn, how you do
There
that?
you go.
Shit.
Man,
Magic.
All right.
The noise resistance, or is it the it ain't echo? I don't think, but the noise resistance, I guess.
Mm.
shit, I hate all the motherfuckers.
He said I hit all of it.
I know I'm going to
Get
when
the
I get
hose
off.
again.
Let's go cash at me.
Take care of my business. I'm going to watch The Secret today because I'm gonna report back to JoJo Baby. What have y'all? Anybody else seen The Secret? I'm a
Hell no. Just like I ain't eating dandelions either. No.
Shit, I'm about to pick them joints. JoJo, I got a bucket full, man. How much you got, man? I know niggas eat them. I'm about to start picking them. Supply and demand. I don't mind people eating. I'm gonna start picking.
You ever see me eating the dandelion? Shoot me immediately. I am
I
a
see
clone.
bees eating.
It's good. If he eat dandelion, it's gonna
That
be
ain't no
Rapture
regular
Bacon.
edible if you eating that
Nah,
shit.
I'm gonna know he clone. I'm gonna say that's not him.
Oh yeah, that's not him.
That's not him.
He don't do that.
It's
That's not him.
So
Go
dandelion
check on
gets you high
GM.
too?
God damn.
Nah, it'd be the rocket niggas
Nobody
out there
said
eating dandelions.
No, I'm asking.
JoJo over there out there.
it was a joke about. It was just a joke.
I know I take everything so literally. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay,
I'm
but
You wanna know Reese? This not Reese the comedian, it's Reese the author. That's
oh
why I
yeah.
say I don't never know this author I'm talking to. Is this Reese Pieces? Is this Stop? My girl Stop.
Is it blue?
Blue.
Yeah. You don't never know who the fuck you be talking to half the time. Showerhead Betty.
Oh yeah, that was last night. I mean,
Bet. Damn. Well, okay.
Oh,
I went to Showerhead last night, girl. Oh shit.
Hope Joe the blow.
I know this nigga be mad. He be like, it's me or the shower head. Reese be like, look, I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'm sorry. We just gotta figure something out
I
there.
knew him too
Maybe
long.
he had a 10-year run, you know.
He never ran out on me.
Y'all stupid.
That shit turn on when I wanted to, turn off when I wanted to.
Look, get hot as I wanted.
There
Add
you go.
before to get too hot. Cool it off.
Every time I come in the house, it smells like hot ham in here.
Ham is crazy, though.
Because I burnt myself one time. So and he said, why does it smell like bacon in here, Mom? Well, honey baked ham.
Honey baked ham.
Honey baked ham.
Damn, because I am.
Well, at least you know he ain't gonna never leave the house, Reese.
I had a boyfriend. He was pseudo Muslim. He didn't eat pork, and
She
the
got
whole
the bumper
time
hanging off.
we was, and I cut the pork consumption back out of respect for him and stuff, So, yeah, I cut stuff out the diet and everything. So
Mm.
All right, well, stop doing that shit. Apparently, that relationship didn't work, so I hope you learned your lesson.
Well, it worked for 10 years. Shit. So,
Oh, yeah.
and he left me for a fat white lady, pork eating white lady with a big butt.
I mean, the question is, what was you doing wrong then if he did?
Tomorrow, freaky wouldn't give him the boot, wouldn't give him the dookie shoot.
Oh, shoot.
So that's
All
tomorrow.
right. Hope you learned that lesson.
That's sex. That's sex. Certain things I am. Are you uninhibited or are you inhibited? Certain things I'm kind of prude about. So I had to learn what sex was and why I was doing it, and for the body. You know, we'll talk about that tomorrow on the Morning Mac Show. A lot of people have sex out of lust or whatever, and they just screwing. But as you get older, you're looking for love making, and that means your mental and the physical. We're gonna talk about that on the Morning Mac Show. Y'all probably done sex more people than you may love to. I bet you that. So.
All right. We got the comedy explosion of laughter, 4th of July. We got
explosion. Yes.
And then what I just said? We got I can't read good. Tarek Higgins or something, the Playboy. I don't know. Ron Phillips, Pops Leonard. We also got a hip hop comic and trap comedy Gatto. Okay.
Nemo.
And then for the headliners, we got, I guess, I don't know, what the hell is the name of this? Something the comedian. And then we got our very young Nemo. Is that the Nemo? Nemo? That's a different Nemo.
That's Nemo, the late bloomer. That's
no,
Nemo.
That nigga is not Nemo. This nigga like 25. Nemo like 86.
Nemo don't look like that.
Man, Dave, look at
that nigga is not Nemo. This
he got a high school picture. Is that a high school picture of Nemo?
Whoever this is in this picture is not Nemo. That is not him at all.
And that red hat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not today's time.
Somebody, this nigga catfishing comedy shows.
That's Nemo, the early bloomer.
And David don't even look like Jason.
It's just the good side. Y'all ain't never heard of the good side?
Yeah, this nigga using his high school picture and shit. What the hell's going on here?
4th of July.